Welcome to Todd Field. I'm Donnie Hart on Shallowater Sports Network. The Shallowater Mustangs back home in Todd Field on a beautiful Friday night, taking on probably the toughest opponent they've had so far this season, the Childress Bobcats in town, a top 5 team in Division II and Class 3A, and so a great opportunity for head coach Rodney Vincent and his Shallowater Mustangs to get a W against a very, very tough football team. And we're going to have a lot of fun here tonight. Ty King can't be with us tonight, folks. He's got other issues and other obligations he had to attend to. So I want to say hi to Ty. He's surely watching at home, but gives me an opportunity to come full circle here. I get to bring in a guy I've known for about 20 years that used to run out on this field in Shallowater. Welcome in Sean Cody. And Sean, your first time up here in the booth. You excited to be here, man?
Very excited. You know, it brings back a lot of memories at Todd Field and being able to play on these Friday nights and be able to see the Mustangs come out hopefully with a victory tonight.
Yeah, so we were talking a little bit before this pregame show, and you mentioned the fact you got a chance to be a part of a game against Childress. These two teams haven't played each other a lot over the course of the last few years, or really ever. Childress always seems to come out with the better end of this deal against Shallowater.
They have. They're always a well-coached team, well-balanced, really execute. You know, they know how to play football up there. And it'll be a tough challenge tonight, but we do have the opportunity to compete with these guys, and I like our chances tonight.
Yep. So, Sean, tell everybody, for the folks at home, you were here in the kind of mid to late 90s, got a chance to play with a lot of good guys, but did you say it was your junior year you guys played them up in Amarillo in a playoff game at Dick Bivens?
Yeah, we played in Bi District in 1995 was my junior year, and we lost I think it was by 10 points up there, a tight game. But, played them tough. They're just big guys, and they hit really hard, and a good, well-run machine up there, so to speak. So exciting times, brings back a lot of memories, but hopefully the tide will change tonight.
Yep, and we get a chance to take a peek at the tail of the tape, see how these two teams match up. So the Bobcats come in. They are actually 2-0 there, and the Bobcats against the Mustangs 2-1. Both those two teams playing well. 17 returning lettermen on both sides, 8 on the offensive side for Childress, 5 for Shallowater, 7 on defense for the Bobcats to just 5 for the Mustangs, and they only lost 7 lettermen from a year ago. Head coach Jason Sims' team went deep in the playoffs. A 10-3 record, made it to the regional finals, fell to the future state champions, Canadian. It was lopsided, 45-14, but Rodney Vincent's team tonight with a real opportunity against this ball club because, Childress, they got an awful lot of starters back, Sean. They got an awful lot of talent on the field. Didn't lose much. This is a ball club that feels like this is their year to get past Canadian and maybe take their own shot at that championship.
That's a great point to point out because this is the games that you're able to measure yourself and to see what type of program we actually are building out here in Shallowater. We've got great tradition out here. We've had a coaching change, but we like the momentum that we're building each game in, game out, improve, consistently move forward, and it looks good. Good opportunity to prove ourselves tonight.
Absolutely, and, man, this guy sounds like an old pro up here. You're going to make me look bad. We take a look at the box score last week. Mustangs were in Levelland. It was homecoming night for the Lobos, and, man, it was a celebration for the Mustangs. Shallowater 49-7. Lobos got a late touchdown right after I sort of made the comment, well, can we shut them out tonight? The answer was no, but the Mustangs dominated the football game. 331 yards of total offense for Shallowater. Not quite as many yards as they put up in the home opener the week before against Seminole, but still impressive despite the fact that the yardage total wasn't as high. Held Levelland, though, to just 212 yards of total offense. Mustangs threw it for 75 yards. I'm not sure they threw a pass in the second half, so it was a night where the Mustangs just chewed up the Lobos on the ground. Levelland threw for 72 yards. Shallowater's run game, 256 yards on the ground. That's where we're going to make most of our hay. That's in the run game. Got all those backs, got a quarterback that can run, so that's definitely an area where the Mustangs usually thrive. Levelland held to 140 yards on the ground. Shallowater turned it over once but forced 3 turnovers and limited those penalties. Just 1 Mustang penalty to 6 Lobo penalties. The key players for Shallowater, Trevor Wynn had a 47-yard touchdown run, also had a 43-yard punt return for a touchdown. Keegan Campbell, 9 carries, 98 yards, and a TD. Huge whopping average for Campbell as he gets more and more acclimated into the offense. You've got Cannon Reed, 4 carries, 50 yards, a touchdown. Also had a pick on defense, so Cannon did it on both sides of the ball. Offset a pretty good night from Guillen. He went 20 carries, 134 yards, and a TD. They limited the quarterback out there, Connor Alexander, just 4 of 6 for 13 yards, and he actually had to take a seat in the second half as the Lobos went to the backup quarterback. And Johnson had 5 tackles and a couple of sacks. But it was a game where the Mustangs came out early, Sean, and they really said, with it being homecoming, we got to jump on these guys early. We got to take the fight to them. Got a 3-and-out, went down and scored. Got another 3-and-out, ran the punt return back, and game was pretty much over from the beginning.
Absolutely, and it's the same formula that needs to be used tonight. Let's control the ball, be able to run the ball effectively. Don't turn the ball over, and score when you get inside the 20. That's going to be the biggest deal in these tight games like this. If we can execute like that tonight, we're going to come up on top.
Yep, and we take a look at the other scores. In Week 3, the Applied Payroll Services scoreboard shows Shallowater with a 49-7 win in Levelland. New Deal took Slayton to the woodshed, 37-0. The Lions easily over Slayton. Denver City and Seminole was a game kind of going back and forth. Mustangs led it late in that football game, but Seminole scores at the end. They get the victory 22-18 over Denver City. Idalou beat Brownfield 49-13. Snyder all over Lamesa as the Tigers continue to play well out of the gate, 55-0. And then Pecos on the road in Kermit wins 50-30. Tonight's matchups in Week 4. Not quite as full of a slate this week. Shallowater at home here against Childress. You've got Slayton hosting Compass Academy. Lamesa heads to River Road. The Tours will try to get off the mat after that big defeat in Snyder, so they'll head up to Amarillo and take their best shot up there. Brownfield on the road at Big Spring, and Crane heads to Kermit for those other district scores, and that takes us to the top 10, the district standings. I apologize. Mustangs are 2-1, setting atop of the district. Lamesa with their first loss up there with Shallowater at 2-1. Kermit is 1-2, and everybody else 0-3 so far, Sean. So this is a district the Mustangs really have a chance to not only compete in, but should be the favorites, and definitely a district we're capable of winning.
Oh, absolutely. And, I hate to sound like a broken record, but it's all about stacking each play on top of each play, each game on top of each game, and just continue to execute and improve. Because if we do that, we get to district, we're going to be a tough out for anybody.
I tell you, Sean, sounds like some of these coaches here. You'll hear from head coach Rodney Vincent in a few minutes, folks, and that's really what he preaches. Hey, just continue to pound things together, have good day after good day, and win the day, and usually that gives positive results. Now we take a look at that state top 10, and, same old thing, a couple of familiar faces set on the top of the Class 3A Division I standings. Jim Ned Indians still number 1, the defending state champions. You've got Brock in at 2, Tatum is at 3. The Grandview Zebras up in the top 5 at number 4. Gladewater checks in at number 5. Hallettsville, the Brahmas at number 6. Number 7 is Vanderbilt Industrial Cobras. Number 8, Yoakum Bulldogs. Number 9, Mount Vernon Tigers, without Art Briles, by the way. And number 10, the West Trojans. And that rounds out the top 10. Pilot Point from Region 1 falls out of the top 10. But, man, Jim Ned and Brock still continue to play good football. So Region 1 is loaded. And the Mustangs, with a new coaching staff, you mentioned the fact we got a new man in here. What has been your impressions of Coach Rodney Vincent? And you've been a part of a lot of these different eras and different guys. And where do you feel like he fits in?
Well, the one thing with Coach Vincent is he comes in and he wants to build the program the right way. He's more concerned about doing the right thing and being able, not that the other guys weren't, but from his perspective, if you build from the ground up and you're able to do it the right way, hard work, commitment, being able to execute, things like that, that really is the best way to build a program, and it's a long-term building plan. And that's really here in Shallowater with the traditions we have. It's all about long-term, be able to continue on in those winning traditions that we've established over the last 30, 40 years.
Well, I'm really happy to have this guy in the booth and really excited about it, mainly because he's going to be able to color in a lot of that history that I, unfortunately wasn't a part of throughout the course of the last few years. And so this guy that knows a lot about Shallowater and a lot about Shallowater football. So lucky to have Sean Cody here tonight. But we got a chance this week to sit down with head coach Rodney Vincent, talk to him on the Sycamore Family Medicine Coaches Consultation. Coach, thanks for joining us again. You guys have another great week this last week against Levelland, and just talk about how you thought the Mustangs played on Friday.
Well, one of the things that we wanted to establish is we wanted to be better on the road. Two of our biggest points of emphasis this past week was winning the first series of each half, and because we have not done that very well in the last two ball games, and we were not great on the road the last time we were on the road. So that was what I talked to them about. The next step for us is how good a road team can we be, and we came out that first series of the game. And we're really, really good defensively, and then we opened up the second half with a score, and I wanted to establish that because there's a lot of correlation between the way you play that first series of each half and how the game's going to go, and so I was proud of them for that.
Yeah, and it certainly set the tone all night. The Mustangs were outstandings really in all three phases of the football game, and you talked about that first road trip. You guys came back in the home opener in Todd Field. The offense went up and down the field. The defense held Seminole out of the end zone but gave up a lot of yards. But then on Friday night, the defense showed up and really put the clamps on the offense. So you guys are not only getting better offensively, but also on the defensive side of the ball and special teams as well.
Yes, sir. Defensively coming into the game, they had a couple guys that we had to be better at tackling in space. I think me and you had talked about that. And really the biggest thing with our defense is we got lined up right. We were really good on our coverage assignments and alignments and played good sound defense, and then we tackled when we were supposed to. Their number 3, he almost got loose on us one time. You could see how electric he is,
right.
But for the most part, did good against him all night. And then late in the game, 34 got loose on us. He's the other one that we were a little bit worried about, but really proud of the way our defense played. When you get an opportunity to score on defense and special teams, that's
right.
That's a recipe for a good game too, and so we did both of those things the other night too.
Sure, absolutely. And so you kind of transition back to reality here. We've played great, 2-1, got the ball rolling, got a lot of things corrected, but we got a monster coming in here on Friday in Todd Field with this another top 10 ranked team and Childress in here, and they're going to bring in the speed factor.
Several different polls have them 3, have them 5, have them, and listening to their coaches talk. This is a team that feels like they're going to make a push for trying to win the whole thing this year. This is their year,
Right.
And so we know that they're really good. The thing about Childress is there's really not. You always kind of look for something you can attack on defense, or maybe there's a weak link on their offense. They're just solid at every position. That's what I noticed about them. Speed, they've got a quarterback, a tailback, and 2 receivers that can really present problems for you. And so we're going to have to be really, really good at making sure we take care of our assignments, technique, all those little things that you talk about in football all the time. That shows up when you play a really good team. And then on offense, they're not as complex, in my opinion, as the team we just faced last week in Levelland, because they don't do a lot of exotic type things, but they just line up and play good defense, and that can be a problem too. You got to make sure that you are sound on what you do. Our pad level's got to be good because they're not going to try to trick us. They're just going to try to whip us up front, and our offensive line's been challenged with that. And we're, and the way I look at this, and I've always looked at it this way, it's an opportunity for us because we have made a lot of progress in a short amount of time, and we get a chance to, an opportunity to really to see where our football team is at this point in the year.
Right. And, we talked about a lot in the booth last Friday, and, you get in those games where it gets a little lopsided, get a lot of kids in. Those are certainly fun moments for the kids and the players because these guys grow up together, supporting each other, being on teams, so they're rooting for one another. But as competitors, you like to see those teams like this and have these big game moments to kind of get that taste in your mouth as we move forward into the season and hopefully making a deep playoff run of our own?
No doubt. This is a playoff type team, an atmosphere. You treat it like a playoff game, and that's the way you treat it. You and I know that for them, if they lose, it's not the end of the world. For us, it's not the end of the world right now.
Right.
We're not going home. But it's that type of team and it's that type of atmosphere that you want your kids in a non-district game to help prepare them for that down the road, and that's what we're excited about. I'm excited about the opportunity. Our kids are excited about the opportunity, but there's no doubt that these types of games, they bring out the best competitors too, and so I think that's what you're going to see out of our football team.
Well, great opportunity for the Mustangs on Friday night. Now, hopefully, Coach, everything goes well. Good luck to you, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Childress Brothers Roofing, we nail it every time. We do one thing and we do it well. Since 1981, yes, time does tell. It's not just a house, it's your home. For quality work, we stand alone. Childress Brothers Roofing, we nail it every time. Quality guarantee, Childress Brothers Roofing, every time.
Honey, can we please just call D&K Hunt?
I can do this.
Yeah, I'm calling D&K Hunt Electric.
When you need electrical work done, leave it to the professionals and call D&K Hunt Electric, 806-866-9911.
Welcome back to Todd Field. I'm Donnie Hart alongside Sean Cody on the Shallowater Sports Network. Shallowater Mustangs, Childress Bobcats tonight. Great Class 3A high school football game set to go here from Todd Field tonight. And thanks for joining us on this Childress Brothers Roofing pregame show. We get a chance to look at the player spotlight, and let's look at the big senior fullback, Josh Miller. Josh, a 5'11", 180-pound senior, 81 to be fair. Has a couple of touchdown catches the last 2 weeks. That leads the Mustangs in that category. He has 6 receptions, which is second on the team, the 80 yards, third best on the ball club. And this is not a team that throws it an awful lot, Sean, but, the fullback position in this offense so critical because they run all that off-tackle game. That fullback's kicking the end out, kicking the end out all night. Then he slips into the flats, and so far, Josh has made some nice plays in the passing game out there in the flats.
Oh, absolutely. The fullback in today's football is kind of a dying breed, but in this offense, it's truly critical to have a good, smart kid playing that position and him being able to hit those kick-out blocks and then go out into the flat and become a receiver and really being that threat and then being able to run the ball a little bit as well. I mean, he makes it a tough matchup for that defense to prepare for.
Yeah, and a senior year is off to a great start. Like I said, a couple of touchdown passes the last few weeks. Then just when you get ready and you think he's headed to the flats, they'll send Josh Miller up the seam like they did against Seminole to end that thing and to ice it, and the Mustangs get out of there with a big victory. This is an offense and a defense that in recent weeks continue to build off of one another. The first night in Abernathy, to be fair, a little sloppy, little lackluster, mainly, I think, due in most part to the fact they didn't have a whole lot of time to get familiar with the offense and the coaches and all that thing. But what a dramatic turnaround they've had on both sides of the ball. First off here against Seminole and then last Friday night in Levelland.
Well, like I said before, it's all about improvement, and we continue to see improvement. In that, talking about Coach Vincent, that really shows that this coaching staff is doing their job to improve these young men day in, day out, and it's being able to be reflected on the football field.
Yeah, The Mustangs, they talked about a lot in the preseason about the fact that they knew this preseason schedule was going to be really tough. They knew they had some really, high-powered opponents, and they were going to be tested early. And then hopefully that would get them in a great situation because we both see the district as very winnable for the Mustangs. So it's sort of big picture. How much can you get yourself better to be able to make those deep runs? Now, all too well, Shallowater has a history of making long playoff runs, but so far have not been able to kind of get over that hump all the way to the big game and hoist that big trophy. But with this kind of a staff, with Coach Vincent coming up here from South Texas in one of those big power 6A districts, and then you have Brad Davis, who's been on the South Plains in a 6A district and actually went off and won a Class 3A Division I title. And with Coach Huffman coming alongside to work the defense, this is a well-coached football team.
Oh, absolutely. Coach Davis has a tendency, he can come in here and tap that ring on the desk. I hear y'all joke about that. There's a lot of truth to that. And you have to be able to build your program in a proper way. And you've got to be able to look at this and say, hey, our objective is not to win district titles.
Yeah.
We don't care about district titles anymore. They are important. They're the first step in going forward. We want to get to that state championship, and it starts with playing teams like this in your preseason games.
Yeah, and they always have a tough region. I mean, there's always Jim Ned, there's always Brock. Seems like if Brock's not great, Wall's awesome. So one or the other is always a real thorn in the side of the Mustangs. But with this kind of a coaching staff on the side, you're going to give yourself a great advantage on Friday nights. But tonight will be the sternest test they've had so far. This is a powerful Childress football team with a lot of big playmakers. Speed factor will be in play here tonight. They'll have some guys that can really go. So you'll get to see what we're talking about how important these coaches are, because they'll maintain the pace of this football game.
Oh, absolutely. And one thing to keep in mind, they're not going to put us in a position where we get out-coached. You know, there's been times where you see teams all throughout the South Plains that get out-coached. We are not going to be that team that gets out-coached in this, and they're doing it the right way.
No doubt about it. Let's take a look at the quarterback comparison here tonight. Couple of big-time playmakers on the offensive side. You'll have first for Childress, you'll have Colin Bishop. Colin, 23 of 39 throwing the football, 525 yards through the air, 2 touchdowns, no picks, 200 yards rushing. He scored 4 times on the ground, so another dual-threat guy that can make it happen through the air. Against Garrett Forster, who's off to a great start in his first year as Mustang signal caller, 28 of 46, 436 yards, has the 4 touchdown passes. Through 2 of those 3 interceptions in meaningless kind of situations where the Mustangs just were trying to get rid of it, and so that 3 interception total probably higher than it should be. The rushing yards at 172 yards for Forster and 1 touchdown, but he is every bit as big a threat on the ground as Bishop is. The other Childress key players to watch tonight, Darion Mathis, the running back, 29 carries, 154 yards, 3 touchdowns. And then the guy that really can go, number 14, the wide receiver, Lamont Nickelberry. He'll play on both sides of the ball, 14 catches, 149 yards, 2 touchdowns. So he's a threat in the pass game, but also has a punt return and kickoff return, 4 touchdowns against Panhandle. So this guy is somebody the Mustangs really have to watch out for. And then on the defensive side, the middle linebacker, Zion Fuller, the District 3-3A Division II preseason defensive MVP, 9 tackles, a sack versus Perryton. So we talked about the fact that there's going to be speed factor here tonight. They've also got some really big guys, probably the biggest team we've seen so far. What are the Mustangs going to have to do to be successful against this Childress football team?
Well, it comes down to execution. Don't turn the ball over and be able to control the clock, because you don't want to get into a track meet with these guys.
Right.
And you know, number 14, like what you're talking about before, that boy can fly.
Yeah.
And you've got to be able to contain that. And that really comes into your coaching staff, understanding what your team's strengths are and your team's weaknesses are, and being able to stay out of the corner when it comes to these certain situations where these guys thrive. So we've got to minimize that to be able to be successful tonight.
Yeah, and and Coach Vincent talked about this too. He said this is not a team that's going to do a lot of exotic things. They're not going to try to fool you. They're going to try to come out, punch you in the mouth. We were at the pep rally earlier today. It looks like the Mustangs are ready for a fight, because Houston Brasino, who got to speak at the pep rally, said, Mike Tyson said it best, everybody has a plan until you get punched in the mouth. That's so true, and it could be critical for Shallowater to be the more physical team here tonight and maybe take some of that speed factor out of play.
Absolutely. The first 5 minutes of this game are going to tell a lot about this team and what there's going to be some nerves and things like that, but if we can come out and execute, and like you said, let's hit them in the mouth. Let's come right at them. You go after a big bully on the yard. You don't go up there and talk to him. You go hit him in the mouth, and that's what Shallowater needs to do tonight.
And you and I have known a few bullies in our day, maybe a couple that wore red and black.
That's
around
exactly
here.
Right.
Folks, thanks for joining us on the Andrus Brothers Roofing pregame show. When we come back, we'll have the Mustangs and Bobcats on the Shallowater Sports Network.
If you're thinking of getting a new car, stop in and see us about an auto
We'll get
loan.
a text message.
Line up your money first, then go out and bargain like a cash buyer. Our rates are competitive, and we make our decisions right here, so we give you quick service on auto loans. Auto loans, we do them well. We're First State Bank of Shallowater, member FDIC.
Our financial world seems to be forever changing, and that's why you need quality, personalized financial advice. Bennett Trice, PLLC, provides individual and business clients with expertise that range from taxes, management, and accounting services to more in-depth services such as compiled and reviewed financial statements and litigation support. Bennett Trice, 6807 Indiana Avenue, Suite 200. Call them today at 806-589-5111.
Life has been anything but normal. The future is unknown and the uncertainties are plenty. But a farmer deals with this every year, and they keep working hard. At People's Bank, we strive to live out those same values. It's easy for a banker to be there in the good times.
But at People's Bank, we're there when the rain isn't falling, the wind keeps blowing, and the drought continues.
People's Bank, a bank in the people business.
When you hear the hail and the thunder, you don't have to wonder who to call. Call the Paint Doctor.
Private gatherings or construction projects, big or small, call the experts at Forza Site Services. We provide sanitized portable restrooms and hand wash stations for all occasions. In need of a roll-off dumpster, Forza Site Services provides roll-off dumpsters for individual and construction sites used throughout West Texas. With locations throughout the Permian Basin, Pecos, and New Mexico, we can better serve our clients' needs. Since 2013, we've been a proud supporter of Shallowater ISD.
For more than 60 years, United has called West Texas home. It's from here that we operate 94 stores across the region. Look, and you'll see United employees all around you, supporting other local businesses, your businesses, and giving their time and energy to help our efforts to make this the best place to live and work. We are West Texas, and West Texas is United.
Honey, can we please just call D&K Hunt?
I can do this.
Yeah, I'm calling D&K Hunt Electric.
When you need electrical work done, leave it to the professionals and call D&K Hunt Electric, 806-866-9911.
If you're thinking of getting a new car, stop in and see us about an auto loan. Line up your money first, then go out and bargain like a cash buyer. Our rates are competitive and we make our decisions right here, so we give you quick service on auto loans. Auto loans, we do them well. We're First State Bank of Shallowater, member FDIC.
Childress Brothers Roofing, we nail it every time, every time. We do one thing and we do it well. Since 1981, yes, time does tell. It's not just a house, it's your home. For quality work, we stand alone. Childress Brothers Roofing, we nail it every time. Quality guarantee, Childress Brothers Roofing, every time.
Our financial world seems to be forever changing, and that's why you need quality, personalized financial advice. Bennett Trice, PLLC, provides individual and business clients with expertise that range from taxes, management, and accounting services to more in-depth services such as compiled and reviewed financial statements and litigation support. Bennett Trice, 6807 Indiana Avenue, Suite 200. Call them today at 806-589-5111.
When you hear the hail and the thunder, you don't have to wonder who to call. Call the Paint Doctor.
Private gatherings or construction projects, big or small, call the experts at Forza Site Services. We provide sanitized portable restrooms and hand wash stations for all occasions. In need of a roll-off dumpster, Forza Site Services provides roll-off dumpsters for individual and construction sites used throughout West Texas. With locations throughout the Permian Basin, Pecos, and New Mexico, we can better serve our clients' needs. Since 2013, we've been a proud supporter of Shallowater ISD.
Touchdown, Shallowater Mustang! Jakari Davis, and he threw it out of the gym. We'll shoot the three. Nobody came to stop her, and Jenna won. Welcome back to Todd Field. I'm Donnie Hart alongside Sean Cody. Beautiful night for football. Shallowater and Childress about set to go. It is 91 degrees here tonight with an east wind at 12 miles per hour. 15% chance of rain kind of later in the evening, so hopefully we'll get this thing all played before the moisture arrives. Childress, as usual, wins the toss. I think Mustangs have won one since I've been up here in the booth. That was last week. They will defer, so that means the Mustangs will receive and defend the north as Childress has it set down on a tee, and the Mustangs have Caleb Cox standing deep to return at the 5-yard line as we are set. A big non-district football game here in Class 3A, the toughest opponent the Mustangs have faced so far this season, the Childress Bobcats. And we are set for action. And away we go. In Todd Field, low end-over-end kick picked up by Cox at the 10. He comes towards the near side, got a block, cuts up to the 30, across the 35-yard line, through a tackle, and out of bounds on this near sideline at the 43-yard line where the Mustangs will set up shop 1st and 10. They'll be led out by the 6'2", 199-pound senior, number 11, Garrett Forster. He'll be the Mustang signal caller here tonight. Garrett, 28 of 46, 61% through the air, 436 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 33 carries, 172 yards, and a touchdown for the Mustangs as well. And he'll start in the pistol and have Caleb Cox behind him, dotting that I. Major McCulley is the fullback in the backfield. Major will play here tonight, full workload as long as his conditioning holds out. Mustangs will throw the go ball on 1st down. It's just over the outstretched hands of Josh Grimes as Shallowater takes the shot. And let's look at the Mustangs starters on offense.
Garrett Forster, senior. Keegan Campbell, senior. My name is Josh Miller. I'm a senior. Josh Grimes, junior. Brett Hall, senior. Trevor Wayne, junior. Kate Rogers, junior. Cody Gilson, junior. Joseph France, junior. Brady Reed, senior. Daniel Ranger, senior.
2nd down and 10. Here's Trevor Wynn on the reverse. Wynn looking for a block on the outside. Got it from Brett Hall. Has the First State Bank Shallowater 1st and 10 into Bobcat territory at the 42-yard line. And right there, Sean, the Mustangs have come out, took a deep shot, and went reverse on them here out of the gate, so they're trying to go at these Bobcats early.
They're doing exactly what we talked about in the pregame. In fact, go right after them and hit them in the mouth. That deep shot we just missed that deep shot right out of the fingertips, and then now we run the reverse. Outstanding execution on that second play.
3 receivers in the game, 2 to this near side. That'll be Grimes and Wynn, who is in the slot. Caleb Cox behind Garrett Forster, who looks over towards this near side into the sun. Here's the snap, give to Cox, runs inside, now bounces outside, and met by Fuller. The middle linebacker, Zion Fuller, makes the stop, no gain, 2nd and 10.
You know, we had pressure on the inside there, and that kind of really messed that up. I'm going to hurry up real quick right here. Could possibly get them off guard.
Yep, changing the pace, go trips to the far side as the Mustangs line up on the ball. Kick it out to Cox with the speed option. He'll run through a tackler at the 35-yard line, got to the 34, 3rd down and 7 coming up. The Mustangs now probably in 4-down territory.
Yep, we're in tempo mode right now, and it certainly looks like we're coming right after them, and I love this. I love the ability to just go after these guys and let these guys understand they're in for a fight all night tonight.
First drive of the football game, Shallowater, who is 0-3-1 all-time against Childress. They've never beaten the Bobcats, trying to do so here tonight in Todd Field. If they could knock off a top 10 team, that would send some waves around Region 1 in the state. Play action, Forster from the pocket, steps up, and tipped by Fuller as he had Grimes on the curl route, and Fuller able to get over there and put a hand on it, and it'll be 4th down and 7.
It was open. Garrett's got to be a little quicker there, but, hey, keep doing it. Keep doing it. It's going to be there all night.
The 5'11", 200-pound senior middle linebacker, and you see there why that guy is the preseason district MVP up there in that North District in Division II. He's made a couple of plays already in this one. Now the Mustangs will huddle up here as a big 4th down coming for Shallowater. 3 receivers still in the ball game. 2 backs in the backfield. As Forster deep, he will punt it on the quarterback quick kick, and it's an end-over-end kick towards the near side, and caught that one off the side of the foot. It's going to go out of bounds, and let's see where the referee stops on the walk back. He'll march all the way up to the 25-yard line, where the Bobcats will set up shop 1st and 10 and be led out by their senior quarterback, a 5'11", 185-pounder, Colin Bishop. He'll wear number 15 here tonight. For the guys in white, Bishop 33 of 54, 61%, 525 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions for Bishop. He has 18 totes for 200 yards and 4 TDs on the ground, and 4 wides right out of the gate for Childress. Trips to the top, single receiver towards this near side, and from the gun, he'll give to Mathis. Mathis up inside, met and brought down after a short gain of 2 to the 27-yard line. And let's look at the People's Bank starters on defense.
Garrett Forster, senior. Keegan Ross Crabtree, senior. Joseph Reyes, junior. Brady Green, senior. Daniel Ranger, senior. Caleb Cox, junior. Braxton Barrett, senior. Benjamin Collins, senior. Grafton Campbell, senior. Trevor Williams, junior. Brett Hall, senior. Chase Blackburn, senior.
Avery Jalamo, the Bobcat tied in. He'll play kind of an H position here tonight. He's able to take the little wide receiver screen out across the 30-yard line to the 31-yard line. So 3rd down and 4 here for Childress on their first drive. Mustangs drive stalled in Bobcats territory. And now a great chance for this defense to get off the field. 3rd down and 4, 4 wide receivers, high snap over Bishop's head. It's rolling on the deck at the 10-yard line. He'll pick it up and just swing it out into the flat, incomplete. That should be grounding. There's no receiver in the area, and the ball did not get past the line of scrimmage. There should be a flag on that as the officials talking about it. Nonetheless, it's going to bring up 4th down. There will be no penalty, and Sean, man, that looked like a blatant intentional grounding to me.
He wasn't outside of the tackle box, and that ball did not get back to the line of scrimmage. Hey, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good on this. We'll take it. We're getting them off the field, and let's get the ball back. Let's go ram it down their throat.
Trevor Wynn, who had his first career punt return for a touchdown, stands back at the Mustang 38-yard line, and Childress on 4th down and 4 will punt this away. It'll be Nick Vitella on to kick it for Childress. And these guys don't punt the football an awful lot. They scored 60 points in the opener at Panhandle. In fact, 68-27 over Panhandle, and then came back against Perryton with a 29-7 victory. And now the officials will talk about this, and I think they were saying, look, I think it's grounding, but the White Hat said, nope, not going to do it. Wouldn't be prudent.
We just didn't yell loud enough, Donnie.
Vitella standing back at his own 19-yard line. Well, 4th and 4, certainly, that's convertible, but back here, backed up, probably not going to happen. Bad snap over the head. Vitella just falls on the football at the 7-yard line, and what a break. See, beggars don't have to be choosers. That one just goes right over the head. The Mustangs get the free gift on the bad snap, and will have, well, I can't get much better field position than this. 1st and goal for the Mustangs at the 7.
Momentum. We've got it right now. Let's go punch this in and get up on them right now, and we have them on their heels right now. Let's get after it.
Forrester coming in with the play. He'll have those three receivers as usual in the football game. Keegan Campbell alongside Major McCulley in the backfield for Shallowater. As the play clock down now to 12 as Shallowater with first and goal from the 7. And Forrester and company set to snap it away. 5 seconds and now timeout. The Mustangs were a little bit disorganized there, and that can happen sometimes here after a sudden change. You've got McCulley back from injury. He's out there on the defense. So a little bit of miscommunication. Shallowater uses the timeout here to talk about it in the first half.
Hey, nothing wrong with taking a timeout right here. We've got a perfect opportunity inside the 10. Let's be able to execute and get this thing in. The last thing you want to do is get a penalty and back up 5 yards and then be behind the chains when you're at 1st and 15. Really, 9-15, 1st and goal.
Yeah, it would have been a big penalty there because if you would have taken the 5-yard penalty with the goal-to-go situation, would have moved it outside the 10-yard line. So Shallowater burns the timeout. There's good timeouts when you're disorganized. There's bad ones. That one not one the Mustangs mind using, especially here in just the first quarter. So out of the timeout, Forrester and company have the plan set. Garrett will be in the pistol. Keegan Campbell is the back. And first and goal for the Mustangs at the 7-yard line. Here's the snap. Zone read. Forrester going to run it across the 5. Fights down towards the 2-yard line. Got 7. 2nd and goal from the 2.
Outstanding execution there by the line. We had a big hole for Garrett to run through there. Hey, we're on the 2 now. As we said before, continue to go after these guys, and let's get this thing in the end zone.
Mustangs trying to take advantage of a Childress gift. The Bobcats, with a couple of bad snaps, have given the Mustangs a great opportunity here in this football game. And Shallowater now with the big boys in there. Miller along with Brasino and company. Campbell. Here's the snap. Forrester going to run it. Met in the backfield. Might have lost one. Back to the 4. Lost 2, in fact. So 3rd down and goal coming up from the 4-yard line.
You know, we really didn't execute on that. But we also, on the outside here, we've got Grimes man for man there on the goal line. Don't be surprised here if we throw one up and let him make a play here.
3rd down and goal, ball back at the 4-yard line. Now, Shallowater does have something they haven't had in past is Clayton Vincent gives you the option to kick a field goal here if you're not able to convert this. But Shallowater really needs to pay this turnover and field position off in touchdown. 3rd down and goal. Here's the snap. Reverse, win. Nobody out there on the left side, and Trevor will walk it in for a Mustang touchdown. Touchdown. Shallowater Mustangs and Trevor Wynn jump out on top 6-0.
Outstanding execution on that. It worked again on the second play of the game. They come right back to it, and they're able to seal the edge there and be able to get in for the 6.
Second rushing touchdown in as many weeks for Trevor. And Shallowater out to a 6-0 lead after Wynn's 4-yard TD run. The United Supermarket touchdown puts Shallowater out on top. Vincent's PAT try wasn't the prettiest, but it went through the uprights, and Shallowater will take a 7-0 lead on the Shallowater Sports Network.
Private gatherings or construction projects, big or small, call the experts at Forza Site Services. We provide sanitized portable restrooms and hand wash stations for all occasions. In need of a roll-off dumpster, Forza Site Services provides roll-off dumpsters for individual and construction sites used throughout West Texas. With locations throughout the Permian Basin, Pecos, and New Mexico, we can better serve our clients' needs. Since 2013, we've been a proud supporter of Shallowater ISD.
Welcome back to Todd Field. Donnie Hart and Sean Cody. Shallowater. Well, they do take advantage of that big opportunity, and the Mustangs are out early at home against Childress. 7-0 Shallowater here. And the Mustangs drove the football some to start this football game off. The drive stalled. Then the defense does its job, gets the 3 and out, and Shallowater, with thanks to a gift on a bad snap punt over the punter's head, had first and goal and pay it off. A 7-yard drive that took just 3 plays as Trevor Wynn from 4 yards out has made this a 6-0 football game. And then Clayton Vincent, for head coach Rodney Vincent, banged an extra point through. And there we sit, 7-0 Mustangs. As Vincent with it on a tee, set to kick it to Childress. And now I will bet this thing is going the opposite direction of number 14. What do you think?
I would be willing to bet that.
Little squib kick up to the 30-yard line. Return man there for Childress was number 21, Mark Willis. He was not able to get anything there, and so that's where the Bobcats will set up shop at the 33, first down and 10. And Colin Bishop and company now will have to come out here and answer trailing 7-0.
We've got to be able to execute here. This is a big drive for the Mustangs to be able to hold them. If we get another 3 and out here and contain this and get the ball back, we've really got the momentum working for us.
Well, here come those top 10 ranked Bobcats. Has 2 receivers to either side, so 4 wide receivers in there for Bishop, who will pitch it out to Mathis, trying for the edge on the far side, strung out, knocked out of bounds by Crabtree up at the 35-yard line. So a gain of maybe 1.5 there, so it'll set up second down and 8.
Containment, 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 and that's what you saw there. You can, I bet you a cheeseburger there. The coaches have been hammering them on containment.
Now, I can eat a pretty big cheeseburger. You better watch out making bets here. You'll be like Ty King, broke. Here's the snap. Oh, they got a busted coverage. Receiver wide open. Seth Taylor up the near side. Brett Hall will come over and push him out of bounds in Mustang territory at the 35-yard line, but the little fake bubble screen go route worked that time.
Yeah, we can't do that. We can't. We've got to be able to make the plays consistently, play in and play out, and we've got to be able to bow up here, bow up.
Use that bubble screen on the first drive. That time they set it up as a decoy, and then the old stock block and go there for Taylor works to perfection. A little tight formation now with Nickelberry in motion. They'll pitch it forward to him. That'll count as a catch, and Nickelberry looking for the edge. Won't get a whole lot. Mustangs will gang tackle Major McCulley over there to polish him off, but a gain of 3, second down and 7.
Good containment again. Hey, we're in the same spot we were at 30 yards ago here. Second down. We've got to be able to execute here.
Second down and 7. Ball at the Mustang 32-yard line. Shallowater with that 7-0 lead. And the defense playing well here in the last few weeks, especially in the red zone. Would love to shut this drive down to prevent points. Zone read. Bishop going to run it. McCulley makes the tackle across the 30. Bishop forced his way up to the 28, so he got 4. And so now that'll be third down and 3 for the Bobcats here on this big drive trying to answer the Mustangs.
Big third down here. We've got to be able to bow up here. You know, these guys, if they'll play assignment sound defense here and be able to keep everything in front, I like our chances.
2 downs to make 3 yards is my guess. 3 receivers in the game. Jalamo in there tight. Bishop from the pocket. Going to throw, and McCulley sacks him and slams him down in the backfield. Major McCulley in his first action of the season was on the linebacker blitz, and he came through for the sack. Big loss of 7 makes it 4th down and 10. Now, maybe not so much go for it on 4th down.
Absolutely. Outstanding play call there to send him off the backside. Proper execution, and then he was covered up. Even if he would have been able to get the ball up, I like our chances on that side. We had everything covered.
Well, Childress is going to line up to go for it. They figure after the snap over the head, they might as well take a shot. They will. 4th down and 10. Bishop from the pocket going long up the near side. Has Nickelberry at the pylon. Made the catch. Was he inbounds out at the 1? They're going to spot it at the 1.5-yard line. Now that I'm a little confused by, but a big throw and catch, a 33-yard gain on 4th down and 10, and Sean Childress has first and goal.
Hey, he made a heck of a throw there. We were there in position. We just kind of let him get behind it. He looks like he got in the end zone on that.
Yeah, it was certainly up by the pylon. I don't understand the spot. The Mustangs will take it, though. Tight formation, Nickelberry in motion. It'll be Bishop. He'll run it himself, and into the end zone goes Colin Bishop, and Childress has answered Bishop's 5th rushing touchdown of the season, and it's an extra point away from being a tie football game.
Execution. These, we're in this game as far as being able to hit these guys in the mouth. We've got to learn from it, move forward, and let's get the ball back, and let's go execute on offense.
Alejandro Romero on to kick the extra point. Defense had a chance there, 4th and 10. You'll take that all night long, but a beautiful pass from Bishop to Nickelberry. Did the job, flag on the play as the extra point sailed through, and now the officials will say it was offsides Mustang. The penalty will be, let's see, hold on. They blew it dead before he kicked it. Oh, okay.
We have a little false start action here.
The referee said, hey, they were in the neutral zone making contact, so there was a whistle out there. We can't hear it up here in the booth, but it'll be half the distance from the 3, so put it at the 1.5-yard line. And so Childress is like, dang, we just wanted to just say no, decline, 7-7. So Romero will have to do this thing again. He will move his tee up a yard, but certainly not a given.
Sometimes these things end up biting you in the rear end.
Oh, a little fake. They're going to go for 2 out into the flat, and that pass hits right off the backside of Braxton Barrett. Incomplete, no good. And so the Bobcats roll the dice, try for the fake extra point, don't get it. And the Mustangs still lead 7-6 on the Shallowater Sports Network.
Our financial world seems to be forever changing, and that's why you need quality, personalized financial advice. Bennett & Trice, PLLC, provides individual and business clients with expertise that range from taxes, management, and accounting services to more in-depth services such as compiled and reviewed financial statements and litigation support. Bennett & Trice, 6807 Indiana Avenue, Suite 200. Call them today at 806-589-5111.
Welcome back to Todd Field. Donnie Hart and Sean Cody. Mustangs 7-6 over Childress. Well, you do a little razzle-dazzle there on the PAT. You end up leaving points on the board. I mean, for my money, if you're going to go for 2 from the 1-yard line, why not just put in your guys that play offense and just go for 2?
I've never understood that when they do a little razzle-dazzle, and you be able to kind of try to outthink yourself. Sometimes you just need to, if you're going to go for 2, declare it and let's go.
Absolutely, as Caleb Cox stands back at the 5-yard line. Now, last time they kicked it deep to Cox, he had a nice little return, so it looks like Childress has it set to pooch it up that far side. Let's see, it'll be an end-over-end kick that bounces short at the 35-yard line up to the 36 as Raston Copeland runs up there to cover it. So good job by Raston to be heads up and aware, and he puts pause on that football where the Mustangs will set up shop 1st and 10 at the 36, and let's see if we can go get points again, partner.
Hey, that's something that it shows well-coached teams do things like that. The simple plays like that, creating, be able to just fall on the ball, not do anything stupid on it, and get the ball to your offense. That shows that we're moving in the right direction.
Yep, and learning from our mistakes, Raston didn't make a play on one in the season opener on a pooch kick over there in Abernathy, but he was aware that it was happening here and able to scramble over and make the play as 2 wide receivers to the far side, 1 towards the near side, speed option towards this near side. Forster slow played it, got it across the 40 up to the 41-yard line. Couldn't tell if he was wanting to kick it or just run with it. Garrett tucks it up, gets 5, 2nd and 5.
Hey, good first down play on that. 5 yards on your first down run. That's we'll live with that all day.
Well, the Mustangs in 2nd and 5, you stay ahead of the chains. You've talked about that a couple of times. You don't want to be behind those sticks that put you in tough situations. And this drive off to a good start as the Mustangs in the pistol. Keegan Campbell, the back behind Forster. He's going to throw. Hitch route to Grimes. Caught it at the 45. Stiff arms a man at midfield and runs into Childress territory. At the 42-yard line goes Josh Grimes, and the Mustangs leading receiver now in the catch department.
Hey, that corner's playing 12 yards off. We will take that all night, and I'll take that bet all night with Grimes catching the 5-yard hitch, and let's see what we can get.
Primetime Grimes had a pick 6 last week in Levelland, and then living up to his nickname, sporting a do-rag for Western day-to-day at the Pep Rally. I like it, Josh. Let's do it. You're going to call yourself Primetime. You got to act that way. Here's the snap. Double reverse coming. It'll be Primetime Grimes headed to the far side, looking for a block. Flag flies in the backfield. Childress was not fooled. That play took a long time to develop. It did get 5 yards up to the 38-yard line, but there is a flag in the backfield, and let's see what the call is. Scout Smith did a great job staying home for the Bobcats. Hold on, the Mustangs will back it up. 10-yard penalty. Moves it back into Shallowater territory at the 48-yard line. It'll be second down and 10. Should be 1st and 10, right? Coming up?
Should be.
1st and 20? Yeah, sorry, Jake.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to keep from having to take the penalty. 1st and 10 sounds a lot better. Down marker still has 2nd down on it, but I do believe it is replay 1st down, so Jake Warren said that was what he did last year, and he always had it right. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the top. Here's the snap. Swing pass to Campbell, out to the outside, trying to turn the corner, and another flag flies, and it looks like that one was in the area of holding. And so if that's the case, we're fixing to back up another 10 and being 1st and 30, and this thing just keeps getting worse.
Behind the chains, behind the chains, behind the chains. You mentioned it earlier. We cannot execute like this if we're going to be able to go toe-to-toe with these guys.
Back to the 38-yard line. This one will go as Childress happy with it. Now it says 3rd down, partner, as the referees have still not noticed the box is not the same. But if they accept the penalty, down doesn't count. So 1st down and 30. And I'll just have to look at Jake Warren's graphic. That'll always be right, I'm sure. Scoreboard's right as well, so there you go.
He did move it back to 2nd down.
Yeah, oh yeah, he did. Well, he's still off by 1, but I guess that's better than 2. He's just in the mountain time zone, or East Coast, I guess, since he's ahead of us a little bit. Here's the snap, play action, Forrester. Curl route to Grimes just through his hands at midfield. Josh was trying to curl in there. Garrett got it out of there hot, and they just kind of mixed up the timing a little bit. Incomplete, 2nd down.
You know, Donnie, we talked about this earlier. Garrett hasn't played a lot of quarterback, so these throws, when they're coming out, I mean, he's going to continue to get better and better. That was a good shot there. We just missed the completion.
Yeah, he's been 61% so far this season as a starter, and you mentioned the fact he didn't play much quarterback. Last year, all-district as an outside linebacker, and so he brings a linebacker's mentality to it, and Forster has gotten better and better and better each week, and now the officials coming together to talk, so let's see if they're trying to figure out what down it is themselves. They can't decide. Should be 2nd down, guys, 2nd and 30. Well, Jake, just run down there and tell them. You're the one guy in here that knows what down it is.
They still might be considering that call they missed in the first quarter, or the first 5 minutes of it.
Still talking about grounding?
Yeah, grounding.
4:20 to go here in the opening quarter. A 7-6 Shallowater lead as the Mustangs lead by 1. Trevor Wynn with a reverse for a touchdown. And now Coach Vincent's saying, look, it's 2nd down, guys. We ran a play. It was 1st down. We got called for a penalty. You backed me up. And then you called another one. It's still 2nd down. Well, this is the way it goes sometimes. These guys are doing the best job they possibly can, and it's easy to criticize those guys in the stripes, but not a job you or I want to ever sign up for, right?
No, not at all. I'll stay very content to stay on the sidelines on this one.
However, I will reserve the right to be critical, and will most usually be so.
I have a beef with a couple of them. Dez did still catch that ball.
Oh, a little cowboy talk here. Yeah, the old NFL catch rule. Well, we don't have enough time to go through that. I'll tell you, that's one they still don't know what's what. But, yes, Dez caught it. It was a touchdown, and Aaron Rodgers probably still would have beat him. But
Absolutely.
You know what? Hey, would have liked to have at least made him prove it. After the way he played last week, coming off of his MVP season, I think he would have been better off if he'd have just snapped it and thrown it in the ground every time.
Yeah, but I think Rodgers' first problem is he needs to go get a haircut right now.
Oh, see there, high and tight for Sean Cody. You didn't like the kind of surfer boy look he's going with?
No, the man bun doesn't work for me playing the quarterback position.
He's West Coast, man. Come on, Cali guy all the way. Now each coach pleading their case about what down it is, and we still have no idea. The down box is set at 3rd down over there, so it looks like Childress is winning out here. The official showing 3rd down, so the Mustang's going to get jobbed out of a down, it looks like. And this is exactly why I have that right to be critical, because we all got together and talked and got it wrong. So here we go. 3rd down and 30. That'll certainly change this play call. Forster from the pistol, play action. Looking out in the flat, receiver fell down. Forster just pulls it down, going to run it. Asking for a block on the near side, is knocked out of bounds at the 49-yard line. So he got 11, but it will be nowhere near enough. And 4th down and 19. And the Mustangs will have to punt. And Coach Vincent is not at all pleased with the result of that discussion. He feels like they still have one more down to play with. But Josh Grimes will punt here tonight. Blake Perkins, who was hurt late in that Levelland game and gave way to Grimes. Josh did a pretty nice job in relief. End over end kick Bounces at the 20. Nickelberry can't do anything with the return. It just dies right there. It looked like a pitching wedge drawn up on the goal line. Brasino picks it up. 1st and 10, Childress at the 20. And, partner, this is a big, important drive for our defense because Childress now, they got the stop they needed. They got a chance to go take the lead.
We've got to be able to reset. After a bad play, sometimes you get out there and you let the emotions get into you and you start to not be fundamentally sound in your execution of what you've got to do on defense. We've got to regroup here, be able to execute, and let's get a turnover. Let's be aggressive like we started out the first 5-6 minutes of this game. Let's go right at these guys.
Well, those early down penalties are usually bad news. A couple of hold penalties right there, and what looked like a promising drive all of a sudden is derailed. Here's Bishop with 3 wide receivers to his right, has another receiver open up on the far sideline. Good pitch and catch. Big completion, picked up 21 yards as Mark Willis makes the catch on the nice throw and catch from Colin Bishop.
Our corners are really biting on those little quick screen, bubble screen things, and we've got to be able to play better sound defense on that and play off a little bit.
Got it up to the 42-yard line, so a big play on first down for Childress. Sets up 1st and 10 Bobcats. As we approach the 3-minute mark here in the opening quarter, Shallowater with that 7-6 lead. It will be Bishop with Mathis to his left, 3 receivers towards the near side. Bishop over the middle. Jalamo caught it, ran through a tackle at the 45-yard line. He's in Mustang territory up to the 25. Grimes will come over to make the hit and knock him down. But a nice little 32-yard gain for Avery Jalamo.
Hey, good shot by the quarterback there. We just got to be able to be there and make the tackle. So many times in these games, it comes down to your simple blocking and tackling. We make that tackle, that's about a 6-yard gain.
Yeah, and Chase Blackburn had a shot at him. He's the 3rd leading tackler on this Mustang defense, the top tackler in the secondary, and usually Chase makes that play. That time, Avery Jalamo, the 210-pounder, ran through it. Bishop from the pocket pulls it down, flips it to Mathis, incomplete. He was trying to just check that one down, but he was under heavy distress and just lucky to get that thing away at all.
Hey, Crabtree had an outstanding job of applying pressure to be able to force that throw to where it's not an easy throw on that.
2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass, and so you've got 2 receivers to this near side. They'll flex Jalamo in the slot in that H-back position. Here's the give to Mathis, going towards the far side. Caleb Cox able to run him down at the 20-yard line, but you see there that speed factor. Mathis able to elude the tackle, bounce it outside, and pick up a couple of extra yards.
That's why gang tackling is so important in games like this. And we had 3 guys there. 1 guy misses, but we've got 2 other guys trailing to be able to get on top of him.
3rd down and 5, ball at the 20-yard line. Got to get it to the 15 for a fresh set of downs for Childress. 7-6, Mustangs lead it. Under pressure is Bishop. Heavy distress now by Barrett, and he'll just flip it towards that far side. Now that time, no issue with that. He's out of the tackle box, and that ball sailed easily past the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely, but they could have called a legal man downfield. They had 3 linemen trying to set the screen up on that, and those guys were further downfield than they should have been, so they literally could have thrown that flag on that as well.
4th down and 5. Bobcats will go. As they will take their time getting this play in. The clock is stopped at 2:13 here. And now timeout, Childress, they want to talk about it. So the Mustangs used the timeout when they had a good scoring opportunity, and it worked out fine for them, partner. Here the Bobcats going to do the same thing. This game maybe a little closer than everybody thought. I know Childress may be a double-digit type favorite if you looked at some of those poll rating systems, and Shallowater hanging in here early.
I can definitely tell you, Childress is probably feeling more of the pressure than Shallowater is. Shallowater's like, hey, we're here to compete. We're going to go right at that. And that's what the great thing about football is. On any given day, any team can beat the other team. And that's what Shallowater's proven here. We bow up here and get a stop here. No harm, no foul. Let's get the ball and go right back down the field.
Yeah, in Levelland last week, the guys were all excited about the big lopsided victory. Everybody gets to play. You get to support your teammates. It's fun. You get to see guys that don't get a lot of playing time get out there and make some big plays, and you support them, and everybody's happy to be there. But when you get chances to take on teams like this and opportunities to make your own mark, man, that really brings out the competitor in these guys. And Shallowater was excited to be about this opportunity. The pep rally was great. The cheerleaders, the steppers, the band did a great job of getting everybody fired up for this one, and it is a big crowd here on Youth Football Night. 4th down and 5. The snap to Bishop. Under pressure from Reyes. Pulls it down. Still in the pocket. Flips it towards the middle of the field. And Blackburn knocks that thing away from Jalamo, so turnover on downs, and the Mustang defense gets himself off the field.
Outstanding pressure from the interior of our defensive line. You know, when you've got pressure facing you as a quarterback and you're coming up in there and you start to look at the rush instead of looking downfield, it makes things a whole lot easier to play defense on that side of it, on that side of the deal.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, you mentioned that interior pressure. There's a guy down in Tampa, everybody says is a GOAT. He doesn't even like that pressure right in his face.
Get him off his mark.
Yeah, well, they hadn't done it very much, I'll say that. But when he does struggle, it's usually because of that. 2 receivers to the top, 1 to the near side as Cannon Reed, the Mustangs' leading rusher, checks in. And that just tells you how deep this Mustang backfield is. Here's 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, and your leading rusher's just now out there. Flip out to McCulley in the flat. Got 7, maybe 8 yards up to the 28-yard line. So 2nd down and 2, and a nice little throw there for Forster to McCulley out in the flat.
Hey, that's a great throw that he just made on the sideline there. And look, now we're ahead of the chains here. We're 2nd and 2. Let's continue to execute, methodically move down the field with 2 minutes left here in the first quarter.
Boy, Major McCulley gives you a lot. He is physical, likes it tough. He's strong, but also can catch that football and is one of the faster Mustangs we have, and playing that fullback position will really be important. They give to Reed, not much there. That defense swells up, got him right at the line of scrimmage, a big gang tackle, so 3rd down and 2 now.
We've got to be able to execute here, and it's there. I mean, you can tell our offensive line is getting a push. They are getting some type of a push here, and as the game wears on, that's going to show up big in the 4th quarter.
2 receivers to the near side are Grimes and Trevor Wynn in the slot. Brett Hall's the single receiver on the far side, and Cannon Reed behind Garrett Forster in the pistol on 3rd down and 2. Shallowater trying to convert. Speed option outside. Reed looking for the edge. Got the 1st down. First State Bank Shallowater 1st and 10. Nice block by Hall out there. He didn't get it by much, but it was 3rd down and 2, and the Mustangs get 4.
Hey, moving the chains. Outstanding execution to get that pitch so he could pick up his speed and get that edge, and he got it.
Cannon Reed, the sophomore younger brother of the Mustangs starting right guard Brady Reed. So the Reeds have been impressive on this team for a long time. As the Mustangs from the pistol, zone Reed, Forster gonna run it. Made the first man miss as Fuller was right in there to make him cut back, but didn't get a whole lot, just a couple, up to the 34-yard line.
You know, Donnie, I don't know if you notice this or not, but it looks like Childress is starting to really cheat up right now on their defensive front.
So if they're cheating up and everything's tightening up, well, you like a little play action go ball?
Little pump and go. Let's see what Primetime Grimes has in his war chest.
Here's the snap. Forster out on the hitch route, has Brett Hall to the single side. He got right to the sticks, got enough, got 8. First State Bank Shallowater, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Outstanding throw on that. Great timing there. Garrett puts it right where he needs to be, and great execution to be able to stretch out and get that 1st down.
Final 30 seconds here of the first quarter. Mustangs will have to run a play as the play clock would expire before the game clock would run out. So we will have at least one more snap here, depending on the outcome of this play. The snap to Forster, option out to the left. He's just going to run it. Got the block from Reed, turns the corner, lowers the boom right at the sticks. With 8 seconds left, picked up 8. First State Bank Shallowater 1st and 10, or picked up 10, excuse me. So I don't know, partner. We said he plays with the linebacker's mentality, but I don't know if we want our quarterback just running in there lowering that right shoulder all night.
Hey, you either receive the blow or deliver the blow, and Garrett right there delivered the blow and told these guys, follow me. This is where we're going.
He sure did. He moved the ball across midfield into Childress territory, and so Garrett Forster with a tone-setting run gets a fresh set of downs. He'll play action, look out into the flat, has McCulley on the far side, made the catch at the 45, turned it right up that sideline, got to the 40, and that'll do it for this first quarter. Shallowater in great position, leads Childress 7-6 after 1 on the Shallowater Sports Network.
Honey, can we please just call D&K Hunt?
I can do this.
Yeah, I'm calling D&K Hunt Electric.
When you need electrical work done, leave it to the professionals and call D&K Hunt Electric, 806-866-9911.
Welcome back to Todd Field. Donnie Hart and Sean Cody. A quarter of play, 7-6. We take a look at the Bennett and Trice in-game stats. Total offense, Shallowater with 101 yards of total offense. Childress with 133. Mustangs 45 yards through the air. 123 yards passing for Childress. The Mustangs with 56 yards on the ground and Childress with just 10. In a pretty even first quarter, so even in terms of yards, pretty even in terms of score, 7-6. Mustangs here with 2nd down and 2, and Forster going to run it again, and again lowers that shoulder, and again has a fresh set of downs with the First State Bank Shallowater at the Bobcat 35.
Hey, it's just like we talked about in the pregame. Hey, control the clock, and that's what Shallowater is doing. An outstanding drive really developing here for our guys to be able to methodically go down the field.
Well, Garrett Forster with 45 yards passing, but he has made the tone-setting run of the night. He's also up to 32 yards on the ground, so Garrett doing it with both his arms, with his arm and his legs, which I guess he's using both arms, but here we go. Forster from the pistol. Cannon Reed behind him, pump and go.
There
You've
it
been
is.
calling it
There
all
it
night.
is.
Hall
There it
was
is.
bumped into, and that pass is incomplete. Lamont Nickelberry might have got away with a hold back here at the 30-yard line. Shallowater coaching staff saw it, but the referees didn't see it that way, and so Nickelberry bid on the pump. Hall might have had a chance at a step, but didn't quite get it, and then was unable to make the catch, so 2nd and 10.
Well, I think it surprised Garrett when he pumped. The cornerback grabbed him right there, and he didn't get the flag there, so I would anticipate Garrett throwing that ball up, assumed that he had the flag there, and just a missed call again by the officials tonight.
Yeah, he felt like he had a free play almost. It's kind of like drawing them off sides. If you know that flag's out, you can put it up in harm's way. But Nickelberry fell down as those two were battling for position, so it could have been a big play either way, but a timeout by the Mustangs here who want to talk about this, 2nd down and 10. So, you know, all things considered, partner, this game, you know, Shallowater offense does a great job on that opening drive, kind of switching the field. The defense then does its part, gets off the field. Shallowater gets the kind of fortunate break. They turn it into points. The defense did give up a big 4th down play that led to points for Childress, but then they get cute, miss the extra point. So the Mustangs still out here with a 1-point lead, and something you talked about, we needed to get in the fight with them. Looks like we've rolled up our sleeves and came here to fight tonight.
Well, definitely not getting bullied right now. These guys right now are turning around, and that offensive line continues to get a push, and that push will continue to grow as these guys get tired. That's one thing about Childress. If you can continue to show these guys, hey, we are not afraid of you. We're going to be able to push back. We're fight. Every inch we're going to fight for tonight. These Mustangs are going to be on top tonight when it's all said and done.
2nd down and 10. Ball is at the Bobcat 35-yard line, and the Mustangs out of the timeout will send 2 receivers to the right side. One to this near side is Chase Blackburn. Cannon Reed behind Forster in that pistol. And here's the pass over the head of Blackburn on the near side. It was a little hitch route at the 30-yard line, and that one may be the first just kind of errant throw Garrett's had all night.
Yeah, Garrett just missed him on the throw, and he knew it as soon as he let it go. He knew it. But, you know, sometimes that happens. Let's regroup here. It's 3rd and 10. We've got to be able to execute here. The passing lanes are open. He can hit these throws. I kind of like where we're at right now.
3rd down and 10. The Mustangs probably will have 2 downs to make 10 yards. I would imagine this 4-down territory because you wouldn't gain an awful lot off of a punt, but play action, Forster. They want it all right here. Post route towards Blackburn through his hands at the 10-yard line. Nickelberry was in coverage. No call for PI. That one, though, parts a ball. Chase Blackburn would say he would probably usually catch.
He would, but at the same time, we've got Nickelberry right all over his back and arriving before the ball gets there. Now, he's going to, Blackburn's going to say he's going to make that catch 9 times out of 10. But at the same time, it can't be overlooked. He drove right through him.
Yeah, you can definitely have the right to play the ball, but you can't make contact with that receiver. And that time, Nickelberry might have arrived a little early. He's got a little handsy on this near side. Gotten away for it as the Mustangs go for it on 4th down and 10. It's out to primetime Grimes. Josh has the catch and the first down inside the 20-yard line as he was knocked out of bounds over there right on the 20. Moved the sticks on a 15-yard gain. First State Bank Shallowater, 1st and 10.
Outstanding throw, Garrett Forrester. Grimes, before he even broke, the ball's out of the break. Grimes turns, ball's on him, boom, catch, and we've got a first down.
Yeah, that one looked like they've been repping that one in practice, and the Mustangs leading receiver Josh Grimes with another big catch on a 4th down, and this drive continues into the red zone, and Shallowater now with a chance to extend this 1-point lead. Forrester from the pistol. Going to throw it, looking for Grimes. Ball's tipped at the line of scrimmage, high in the air. Grimes fights back to make the catch, and they're not going to get anything out of this. This is going to be a loss on the play for the Mustangs. But I will tell you, what a job by Josh Grimes to scramble back, because that ball went high and was up there for a long time, and bad things happen when that happens.
You're right, bad things happen, but Grimes picks up, makes a play there, and those plays don't show up in the stat sheet, but those are the type of plays that you're able to win on when you're able to get those plays to go in your favor.
Yep, 2nd down and 11, so it'll go as a yard loss, and that is as big a play as we've had all night. It goes as a -1 yard gain, but can't say enough the job that Josh Grimes did there. Here's another pass from Forrester. This time it's Trevor Wynn right at the 15-yard line, so a 6-yard gain will make it 3rd down and manageable, 3rd and 5 for Shallowater.
Definitely 4-down territory, I would think, here as we get.
Hey, we got a kicker this year, man.
Well, we do. But in these type of games with the momentum that's going here, Garrett's throwing the ball really well tonight. Let's continue to see what happens here, and hopefully we can get some good push on that offensive line and give us an opportunity to get 6 here.
Let's just get the first down and not worry about it on 3rd down and 3rd down and 4. They gave forward progress to win to the 14-yard line, so that was nice, and that makes it a little easier for the Mustangs. Sprint up in a new formation with 3 seconds, and now Shallowater backing off with 2. We'll call timeout as the Mustangs tried a little bluff there. They thought maybe the quick momentum change might draw Childress off sides. The Bobcats are very disciplined. They did not take the bait, and so the Mustangs will take a timeout to talk this one over. But, partner, last time we did this, worked out pretty good. Came out of the timeout with a good play and able to get it in the end zone. Mustangs would love to have that happen again here.
I would be willing to bet Coach Davis has got something in his pocket right here that he'd be able to execute here. 3rd down and 4. You've got the whole playbook's in play right now. We're able to execute on this. Hey, get time. Kudos to Childress there. They could have reacted to that and been able to get a cheap 5 thrown against them, and we've got an easy first down. But, hey, well coached. These are the type of games that you want to measure yourself to be able to see where you're at in your program if you are able to compete with these big boys like this.
Well, and we talked all along about how vanilla Shallowater was in that opener, and here in the recent weeks, you're starting to see some of the more exotic stuff coming out from Brad Davis. They've got a little bit of everything. They had a 3-back set last week against Seminole. Now tonight you've seen some reverses, double reverses, different things like that. Trying to take care of the play calling here on 3rd down and 4 as Cannon Reed in the pistol behind Forrester with 3 wide receivers in there. Garrett sprint out towards the far side. Long out route pass caught by Grimes right at the sticks. Let's see where they spot it. I think they're going to put it down at the 10-yard line, and if so, it should be enough for a First State Bank Shallowater 1st and goal.
Hey, timing between Forrester and Grimes is outstanding right now. You can tell these guys are really dialing it in. It comes back to what we talked about before. Garrett hasn't played a lot of quarterback, but as he continues to get reps, continues to make those throws, you can see him really improving before our eyes.
Well, I'm going to tell you, that was a pretty nifty little throw on the run for an out route. Receiver moving away from you.
Yeah,
Ball was in the air a long way, shows you the arm strength.
Had a little heat there.
2 receivers towards this near side. Zone read. Garrett going to run it, and he's going to get to the end zone. Touchdown, Shallowater Mustangs, as Garrett Forrester pays off the touchdown run from 10 yards out, and Shallowater now pushes the lead 13-6.
Hey, I want to talk about these. This touchdown is not even possible without 2 outstanding plays by Grimes. Grimes converts on the 4th down with the big throw, and then also the ball that gets batted up in the air and makes a play on it. outstanding execution.
Clayton Vincent's PAT is right down the middle, and it is an 8-point Shallowater lead, 14-6 on the Shallowater Sports Network.
For more than 60 years, United has called West Texas home. It's from here that we operate 94 stores across the region. Look, and you'll see United employees all around you, supporting other local businesses, your businesses, and giving their time and energy to help our efforts to make this the best place to live and work. We are West Texas, and West Texas is united.
Welcome back to Todd Field. Donnie Hart and Sean Cody. 8:36 to go here in the first half. Mustangs have just scored. You take a look at the drive summary. An 80-yard scoring drive for Shallowater. How about 15 plays paid off by the quarterback? 10-yard run from Garrett Forster, and Shallowater up on top, 14-6, as the Mustangs push this thing out to an 8-point lead. Still a one-score game, but the Bennett and Trice in-game stats now in favor of Shallowater, 141-133. It's been Garrett Forrester here tonight, the senior quarterback, doing an outstanding job for Shallowater. Now with 8 carries, 42 yards, and a TD. He has thrown the ball effectively as well. 9 of 15, 70 yards. No touchdowns, but no interceptions.
Throwing with force. I mean, he is really executing with his throws tonight.
He is ripping that thing, as Vincent puts it down on the 40-yard line and has it teed up like he's going to pooch it towards this near side. Might have caught that one a little fat, and a fair catch called for and made at the 41-yard line, as that's where Childress will set up shop, 1st and 10, and a heady play there by Patterson, Cashton Patterson for Childress, able to call for that fair catch and scramble over to make the play. So you talked about how well-coached Shallowater was to do that. Childress showing you they've got good instruction over on their side too.
Absolutely. And, you know, when you get into these games like this, it's these type of plays that if you're not well coached in, they blow up in your face, and next thing you know, you've got a 21-6 deficit. But Childress well coached, absolutely.
Yep, and the Mustangs had a lot of respect for this Childress ball club. Coach Vincent, very impressed with what they do there. As Bishop on the run to the left side, and Caleb Cox, the inside backer, the will backer in this defense, runs through and slings him for a big loss of 5 back to the 36-yard line, so it'll be 2nd down and 15.
Hey, Caleb, downhill for blood on that one. He didn't hesitate one lick and sealed the edge and was able to get that 5-yard loss right there to be able to really get them behind the chains for 2nd down.
Yeah, he certainly pulled the trigger and went, no doubt about it. As we've got about 8 minutes to go here in this opening half, and Shallowater with an 8-point lead, trying to get another stop, get points again. Tight formation, man comes in motion, play action. Bishop from the pocket, looking deep, wants a long one for Jalamo, caught it at the 35-yard line. Grimes scrambles back, can't make the tackle, and Trevor Wynn from behind will put him on the deck at the 24-yard line, but a nice throw and catch there, and a big play for Childress to take a big bite out of the Mustangs there.
Hey, kudos to Childress here. Great play call there, great execution on that. And, hey, we did stop them, though, and we've got an opportunity. Let's bow up. This defense has a propensity to bow up.
38-yard gain on that play. Here's the give. Mathis powering his way, still legs churning to the 20-yard line, and Cox wraps him up there, so he got 4. 2nd down and 6 here, as that Shallowater defense will have to be strong in the red zone. Three receivers to the top, one to the near side. Bishop from the pocket. Go ball up the far side. Copeland in good position, knocks it away. And Raston Copeland, who moves into the starting lineup with Blake Perkins' injury, has been playing really well to start this season. He was tested there on the go ball, and Raston up to the challenge.
Hey, what an outstanding play with him, because he couldn't get his other hand up there to make the interception. Knock that ball away. Let's get that big 3rd down here for this Mustang defense.
Yeah, 3rd down and 6. And a big, big down here is Shallowater would like to keep this thing in 4th and as far as it could possibly be. 4 wide receivers. Bishop from the pocket, pump fake. He'll throw towards the far corner to Nickelberry, who went up with the Mustangs, and Brett Hall knocked it down, but did Nickelberry make the catch? The officials will check. Hall contending that it hit in the end zone. The referees have still not given a signal. Still not giving a signal. What are we going to say? Touchdown. Wow.
Wow.
Couldn't tell if he made the catch on the far side, but man, Lamont Nickelberry with a Randy Moss moment for sure to go up and get that thing, and now the lead is 14-12.
I thought that ball was intercepted, and he went up and got that. I still don't think he caught that ball.
149 yards and 2 touchdowns coming in. He's made a couple of big plays, and a botched snap here will be recovered by Shallowater as Major McCulley puts a fork in it to end the PA try. 2-point conversion, no good. Shallowater still leads by 2, 14-12 on the Shallowater Sports Network.
Honey, can we please just call D&K Hunt?
I can do this.
Yeah, I'm calling D&K Hunt Electric.
When you need electrical work done, leave it to the professionals and call D&K Hunt Electric, 806-866-9911.
Welcome back to Todd Field. Donnie Hart and Sean Cody. And Sean said, we need a score right now. We do at 6:48 to go in the first half. A 20-yard Colin Bishop touchdown pass to Lamont Nickelberry. And Nickelberry did his best. Randy Moss went right over the top of a well-positioned Brett Hall to make that touchdown. But again, the little swinging gate, 2-point conversion doesn't go. So a couple of fancy conversion tries, the difference, or conversion fails the difference, as Keegan Campbell tripped up at the 29-yard line. A flag flying in there late, and let's see what the penalty is, as Campbell didn't get much on that return, but the Mustangs with a fresh set of downs after the penalty. And let's see, they're going to say, I believe this is going to go against Shallowater, maybe a block in the back, as the White Hat said it happened right on the play. He is going to say illegal block in the back, so we'll back the Mustangs up. But this is one of those penalties, even though it will take them inside the 20-yard line to the 19 where they start, Sean, but you still get that fresh set of downs, 1st and 10, as opposed to taking that penalty and being in 1st and longer yardage.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, stay ahead of the chains. You know, execute, block. Let's continue to do what we've done all this first half, and let's see what happens.
Well, you told me these Childress guys have been well coached in a well-oiled machine for lots of years. The Mustangs haven't had a lot of chances at them, haven't had a lot of success against them when they've gotten it. And Forster from the pistol with a 2-point lead will pull it down. Quarterback draw right up the middle across the 20 and spins his way to the 25-yard line. Got 6. Nice tackle there by Scout Smith for Childress, but nice positive play for the Mustangs, 2nd and 4.
Absolutely. And wait, you know, Garrett, not to be overlooked here, way to hold on to the ball there. They were dragging him down by the ball, and Garrett holds it high and tight just like he's supposed to, and we get that 6 yards.
That crow's foot over the point of that football. I think that's what they coached us to do back in the day. I wonder if they still use that term.
The crow's foot.
Yeah, I don't know. Sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Nobody knows what I'm making up, what's for real. Forster under heavy distress, flushed out, and he'll just fire this thing away. And a great job by Garrett Forster there. Heady play by him. Absolutely. And a play that early in the season where he might have extended it, took a sack, and you can see the growth there from that position, able to get that ball out of his hands.
Absolutely. Abernathy, he tries to make a play on that. Now, on this one, he's learned from it, and, hey, we're going to be able to execute on another play, just throw it away.
Yep, 3rd down and 4, ball up at the 25-yard line, so Forster keeps you in 3rd and makeable instead of taking that negative play. He'll have Keegan Campbell behind him, and Keegan came in with over 10 yards of carry, so he's certainly capable of converting this on the ground. It is zone read, and it was not there as Childress shuts it down, lost 2 back to the 23-yard line, and now 4th down and 7, and this is a deal where you got to punt it away.
Yeah, you just have to do that. And, you know, at the end of the day, Childress is playing up like that, and that's a hard front to be able to block, but at the same time, we've got to be able to execute on that.
Yeah, they are definitely challenging the Mustangs to throw the football. So far, Forster's had some success, but that does get Shallowater out of its comfort zone a little bit because they have that three-headed monster. They'd love to make plays in the run game. Josh Grimes punt towards this near side, bounces at the 45-yard line. Nickelberry off of bounds is gang tackled. Raston Copeland, first man down, along with number 33. That is Cutter Watson, who gets down there to help gang tackle, and they get Nickelberry before he can get going.
Hey, 3-yard gain on that punt return. That's what you've got to do with a kid with that speed. Outstanding job on the special teams. Now it's time for the defense. Hey, we got to bow up. I hate to sound like a broken record, but that's what it comes down to in these big heavyweight battles like this. If you want to be one of the top dogs, you've got to be able to go toe-to-toe with these guys.
Well, partner, I have perfect confirmation that Ty King is watching. Just got a text making fun of my claw of the football comment. Here's the pass up that far side. Catch made, and the ball knocked out of the hands of the receiver on that far sideline. That was Nick Vitella. He was slung to the deck but got 10 and a first down into Mustang territory up to the 48-yard line.
Hey, it could be worse. You could be referencing something like a Glass Eagle comment or something like that. I have a story about that when we get off air.
Oh, it's one of those type of stories.
Yeah.
Awesome. Ball is up to the 42-yard line, and so with a 1st and 10, Childress there. 5 minutes to go here in the first half. The Mustang defense with a 2-point lead, trying to keep that the case as a wide screen set up towards the far side. It's Mathis, the running back, out in the flat, and the Mustangs not fooled, able to get over and make the play. Caleb Cox, no gain. 2nd down and 10.
Hey, outstanding flow of the defense there to be able to gang tackle, get him to the sideline, and be able to lose a yard there. Now we're 2nd and 11 here.
Well, Cox being out on the field is certainly a good thing for Shallowater. He's a very heady football player, and Caleb is usually in the right place at the right time. He's not fooled on much, and he was not fooled on that screen at all. Stayed disciplined to his keys, just followed Mathis out there into the flats and brought him down shy of the original line of scrimmage. So a 1-yard loss as Bishop from the pocket, going to throw it under pressure from Barrett, pulls it down, going to run it now, and McCulley able to get over to make the stop. They give him all the way up to the 33, so Bishop gets 10 of it. So 3rd down and 1 here as we're under 5 minutes.
We had it covered there. We had it. I mean, he just made a great play going up after that. I mean, you got to give him his props on that. Great run there.
Yeah, quarterback run game in play here tonight, and Bishop pulls it down, makes some plays with his feet. That defensive line going to have to be really disciplined in their rush lanes to try to keep him hemmed up in there. Bishop, quarterback read right up the middle, and that time able to push the pile across the 1st down yardage to the 31-yard line. So he got it past the sticks. Not much pass, but like you said, doesn't have to be very much. Gives you a fresh set of downs, move the chains.
Our defensive line has really got to dig in here. They're tired, and you can see it, but, hey, you've got to be able to make a play here. We've got 4 minutes left in the 2nd quarter.
Shallowater in great position here. High snap, good job by Bishop, but in the backfield, putting that one down is Ross Crabtree, and Crabtree has made a lot of plays in that defensive backfield so far, and he does so again. Nice little 4-yard loss, 2nd down 14.
Big play by Crabtree. Outstanding, be able to show that leadership. Hey, guys, I'm going to make this play. Let's get this ball back to our offense. Outstanding flow into that tackle.
Well, Crabtree has no excuses. He has just a football playmaker's name, as all my Red Raider fans know. Bishop, play action, out in the flat. Nickelberry makes the catch, avoids a man, now heads towards the far sideline, lowers the shoulder inside the 20, has the 1st down all the way up to the 16-yard line, and Lamont Nickelberry making his presence felt here tonight.
As you see the speed right there. Once he caught it, he accelerated, and he's 10 yards downfield. I mean, we were in position. We've just got to be able to make that tackle.
5'11", 165 pounds, and can go. Here's Mathis on the pitch out to the left side, turns the corner inside the 10, knocked out of bounds over there, but 9 yards means 2nd down and 1. And these big chunk plays on 1st down make converting these opportunities pretty easy when you're in those 2nd and shorts all night.
Oh, absolutely. It makes the play calling a whole lot easier, and you know, it puts a lot of pressure on the defense when they're going 2nd and 1, 2nd and 2. as you see it.
Well, you see the difference in how Shallowater had to deal with when they were backed up in what we couldn't determine was either first or second or third down and 30. There are not many plays in the playbook for that. It's a heck of a lot easier to call them in short yardage as they run the little jet screen pitch forward to Willis, and he turns the corner. Didn't get much, got maybe a yard. He's short of the first down, I think. He's inside the 10. They'll spot him at the 8. But Shallowater with a chance to get off the field here, and it's a little bit further than I thought it was, maybe third down and 2, Sean, is that down marker looks like it's a little bit further back over there on that far side.
It looks like he lost a yard, and, the flow of the inside linebackers in there really made that play blow up because they couldn't get any pushback from their offensive line.
3 receivers to the near side, third down. Bishop from the pocket, going to throw it under pressure. Oh, gets out of the sack of Barrett. Now flips it into the end zone and through the hands of a receiver as the Mustangs had a chance to make the sack there. But what a job by Colin Bishop to get himself out of harm's way. Ball is incomplete, but fourth down, and Mustangs, man, could have had an opportunity there for a big play, and Bishop saves the day for Childress.
He certainly did. He whipped out of there, and then he made the good throw on that, and he dropped it, but we were there for the sack. We make that sack, we really put them behind the chains. Hey, big fourth down. I don't know what Childress decides to do here. I don't know anything about their kicker as far as his range or anything like that. They may be just saying, hey, we're going to go for it, and let's see what they do.
Well, Alejandro Romero hadn't had a whole lot of choices. He's been great in the extra points this season for Childress. Came in 7 of 11 on PAT tries. But, this a different deal in high school football. Kicking the football is such a gamble, not only from the perspective of, hey, listen, it's a tough skill, the distance and getting it accurate and all that thing, but you got to get the snap. It's got to get down on the tee, on the hold, and then those guys up there in front, those 9 other guys got to block. So there's an awful lot of bad things can happen when you start kicking this thing.
Number of different variables on that. And, this is going to also, let's see, I'm sure our coaches down there tell them, hey, watch the hard count here. We don't want to give them a cheap one here because they still can get a first down on this. We're in 4th and 3 range right now. We've just got to be able to play fundamentally sound defense. We know they're going to try to ram it down us and be able to execute on that. Hey, bow up here.
Did you just use a banker's term, variables? I think that's something you talk about in loan meetings.
Variable interest rate's always better than a fixed interest rate.
I'll take your word for it. I know nothing about it. That's why I call you. Fourth down. Here we go. Childress out of the timeout, snapped to Bishop. He's going to try to run it himself. Got through the first wave. Barrett hit him right at the 6-yard line. It's going to be right foot, left foot from where I sit, but it looks like he got enough for a first down. We'll see.
Yeah, the lean forward looks like he got it on that. Now, we were there, but you got to be. It's all about where they place that ball.
Braxton Barrett was the Mustang that was able to put the final touches on it. They're trying to eyeball this thing to determine whether it's first down or it's a turnover, and now the officials have elected to measure this thing, so we're going to get really our first measurement of the season. An absolutely critical situation here with 2:09 to go in this first half, as the difference here could be who goes to the locker room with the lead. The Mustang defense, did they hold or did Childress earn themselves first and goal? Let's see. They'll stretch that down marker out, and they still can't tell. Somebody stick a business card through it. First down. Must have been by the strings that hold that football nose together.
I have to admit, I was thinking of the index card myself.
Yeah, were you? See there? That's why they pay me the big bucks to do this. Yeah. Got that Rolodex of information, partner. Told you I was an old pro up here. Don't worry.
Hey, long for the ride here. Long for the ride.
Still 4 wide receivers in there. Bishop out into the flat. Catch made by Jalamo. Crosses the goal line. Touchdown, Childress. He was man-to-man against Brett Hall, and Avery Jalamo makes the catch and the touchdown as the Bobcats take their first lead of the game with 1:55 to go here in the opening half. It's Childress 18, Shallowater 14, and the Bobcats, who have been chasing points all night after that little razzle-dazzle first extra point, look like they'll try to go for 2 here to push this thing up to a 6-point lead.
defense fought the entire way on that drive. No give up in that defense. They just scored, out-executed us on that. We've got to be able to buckle down here on this two-point play.
Two-point conversion. They'll line up to go for it traditionally. Pitch it out to Mathis, looking for the edge. Looks like he has the block, and he has the two-point conversion. And there is a flag down on the field, so hopefully this will be a hold, and we'll wipe out that conversion and back them up, at least make them try it again. He got it, so they would have to accept the penalty and give them another chance. It is holding, so we will back this thing up. Ball was at the 3-yard line for conversion attempts in high school, and so 10 yards on the holding penalty moves it back to the 23-yard line, and we'll do it again here.
13.
All right, what did I say?
23.
20, yeah.
Maybe they'll get a holding call here and push it back to the 23.
Yeah, that's the Red Bull I had before the game. Hey, I told you I was a pro. Awesome. Yeah, back to the 13-yard line. Look at there. Sean, see, I told you you're the banker. You're the math guy. Come on.
Yeah, well, hopefully you're Nostradamus here, okay? Let's get another holding call and push it back.
We'll just take a no good. How about that?
How about that? Bishop
down the middle of the field has a receiver open, and Mathis has the catch and two-point conversion. No, they say he dropped it. NFL catch rule. Yep. How about that? Didn't hold it long enough. Incomplete in the end zone. Juggled it all the way down to the ground, and it popped out of there, so the conversion attempt is no good. Childress still leads 18-14 on the Shallowater Sports Network.
Private gatherings or construction projects, big or small, call the experts at Forza Site Services. We provide sanitized portable restrooms and hand wash stations for all occasions. In need of a roll-off dumpster, Forza Site Services provides roll-off dumpsters for individual and construction sites used throughout West Texas. With locations throughout the Permian Basin, Pecos, and New Mexico, we can better serve our clients' needs. Since 2013, we've been a proud supporter of Shallowater ISD.
Welcome back to Todd Field. Donnie Hart and Sean Cody. Shallowater Sports Network here tonight. Childress takes their first lead 18-14 with 1:55 to go in this opening half. And the Mustangs have found themselves here several times so far this season, needing a nice drive late in the half to get points to kind of keep contact. It's a critical 2-minute drill drive for the Mustangs here to make sure they don't lose contact with Childress in this game. End over end kick. It'll be Cox from the 10. Caleb up to the 25. Runs over a man up to the 29-yard line. So a 19-yard return and a flag flying in there late. This one going to be one of those big penalties, a 15-yarder. And let's see who the unsportsmanlike is on, if it's on Childress or Shallowater. They are talking to the Childress's player. So the Bobcats number 22, Aiden Allen, is the man I think they're going to get for 15.
I think he drove him in the ground right after it.
Oh, look at this. Offsides. Well, now that, okay. You threw the flag all the way down here at the 32-yard line after the play and threw it on his shoulder. So, well, hadn't been the cleanest of efforts out there, but whatever. We'll take it. So you could just add the 5-yard penalty onto the end of the kick, I guess, or you can make them back them up and make them re-kick it. With 1:46 to go, let's just see what Coach Vincent will elect to do here. Now, there is quite the conversation going on. I think he's confused, too. Like, well, if it was offsides, why wasn't the flag thrown all the way back there? Yeah.
I think there's a lot of discussion that probably needs to happen with these guys. Let's just hope these guys don't show up to the Pee Wee football game I'm coaching tomorrow.
Hey, halfway through the first broadcast of your, well, almost halfway through the first broadcast of your career, and you're already as loving to these guys as me. I think I'm a bad influence.
Yeah.
Offsides, maybe. We don't know. Okay, let's try it again. Now we got unsportsmanlike, so they got them for both. Okay, well, now there you go.
Offset.
Oh, unsportsmanlike on Shallowater, too, offsetting penalties. So will they enforce the offsides? they will. So they said that, well, they're going to call this one a 7-yard penalty because they had Cox down at the 30, but they're going to give him credit to the 32. So we're going to move it up to the 37 and carry the 1 and take off 4 and blah, blah, blah. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line for the Mustangs. Well, got to be a math major to do this. This is why they teach you that math with letters in it, Sean.
Yeah. It's also, I've seen some bankers that add like this too. So,
do they?
Yeah.
Well, they never do that in my account. You're always taking funds out. I don't know what the deal is. 2 receivers to either side. Forster from the pocket. Going to throw it, picked. Oh, and Nickelberry dropped it. Thank goodness. Lamont Nickelberry has made his presence felt. He fell back in coverage, had it in his hands, but couldn't hold it, so incomplete 2nd and 10.
Probably the first bad throw that Garrett's made tonight. Hey, like I said, it's sometimes to be lucky than good on that, and we got a break here. Let's go 2nd down here. Let's see if we can get some yards on this.
Well, that's a tough one for the quarterback because it looks like cover 2. He thinks he's got a hole there, and, man, Nickelberry just makes a good play and falls off, and it's a guy he's not even really looking at that's there to make it. Here's Campbell on the run inside, got 2 up to the 39-yard line. 3rd down and 8 is that clock rolling with 1:30. Now, Childress has 1 timeout left, so they have the ability to stop at once. The Mustangs will let this play clock run down, I'm sure, to see if they want to snap it again. Well, they will go pretty quick. Forster from the pocket, flushed out, steps up, fires, has a sliding catch made by Trevor Wynn for a 1st down in Childress territory at the 47. Shallowater will run it up to the line of scrimmage after the First State Bank. Shallowater 1st and 10, and let's see if they run a play or just spike it. Forster from the pistol, going to throw it. Pulls it down, he will run it, and it'll be a gain of about 1, maybe 1.5 up to the 47-yard line, or 45-yard line, excuse me. 2nd down and 8, Mustangs will clock it here, and so 3rd down and 8 coming as we are now under a minute with 46 seconds.
Outstanding throw on that the play to get the 1st down, and then we go quick count on that to be able to try to get something cheap on that. Childress again plays it back, well played on that, and then we spike it on that. Great execution on both sides, offense and defense.
Yeah, the only thing Garrett did wrong there on that 2nd down play is you probably just, if the pass isn't there, don't pull that thing down and run it in the middle of the field when you can't stop the clock. Just throw it away and preserve the time really more than anything. But 4 wide receivers, Forster under pressure, avoids the rush, up the far side, and another pass that goes through the hands of a Bobcat defender, and the Mustangs living right will have a 4th down and 8, and with 39 seconds left, still have a chance here as Childress has had their hands on a couple of these Garrett Forster passes here on this drive.
We had it open there. We just hesitated just a hair. And again, that comes in repetition, continuing to play. He'll get that throw as we get further through the season.
4th down and 8. Mustangs will line up to punt. Bobcats look like they're not buying it. They look like they're in punt safe. It is back to Grimes, and he kills one, an end-over-end spiral. Fair catch dropped, and Nickelberry with plenty of time to get on it because the Mustangs had that punt block on. They were making sure they were protecting. They had tight punt on there to make sure there was not a block kick, and so nobody down in coverage. And Childress will have 1st and 10 backed up at the 10-yard line with 31 seconds and just 1 timeout. Maybe a couple of run plays and go to the house. What do you think?
I would think so, but you never know.
Yeah,
you never know. And we've got to be able to keep everything in front of us on that.
Yep, 18-14. Let's see what the Bobcats elect to do. It'll be something fairly safe, empty backfield. Yep, wide receiver screen out to the right. Got it in the hands of Nickelberry. He cuts towards the outside, is spun down. Nice job by the Mustangs. Caleb Cox gets over there to make the tackle. 9-yard gain. He is tackled inbounds. The clock will continue to roll, and Childress will call their final timeout with 13 seconds left here in the first half. So 4-point lead. The Bobcats, they know they have speed. They got playmakers on the outside. Sean, it looks like they're just trying to flip it to somebody and see if they can make something happen with it.
The old Tyreek Hill play with the Kansas City Chiefs. Instead of going, right down the middle 50 yards on a throw or something like that, just kind of get it to your fast guy and see if he can bust one. We just got to keep everything in front of you, make the tackle. They have no more timeouts. Let's go to the half and be able to regroup.
Yeah, well, let's hope that Hill guy doesn't show up because they ran a heck of a play that night against the Cowboys on that deal, and Dallas backed up into prevent coverage, and Kansas City got him.
I was there to watch that one.
You were there?
I saw that one live. As we were headed to the concession stand, there you go. There goes Tyreek Hill. And
Did you just keep going out to your car?
Just went to the pro shop. I'm going to take a break here.
Oh, you went and spent money. Well, Jerry would love you.
Jerry likes me, trust me.
Mustangs in prevent defense with 13 seconds. Empty backfield. And again, another wide receiver screen from Bishop. This time it'll be Mathis to try to make something happen. He's in the middle of the field and knocked down at the 35-yard line. There's a flag on the play, and it is probably going to be holding on Childress. And certainly the Mustangs will accept this penalty and back them up, and Shallowater does. And so here we'll go back, and let's see if Childress will try to do it again with just 3 seconds. Now, when they blow this thing in play, the clock should start running, so the Bobcats would like to have their play called and be up on the ball if they are going to run a play, because with just 3 seconds left on the game clock, they would have to get this thing off pretty quickly. They are lined up in kind of a safe formation here with 3 seconds, and it doesn't look like they are going to wind the clock. So I did all that explanation and then was wrong. Bobcats will take a knee, and that'll do it. Time will expire in the first half, and when we come back, we'll have the Forza Site Services halftime show on the Shallowater Sports Network.
Honey, can we please just call D&K Hunt?
I can do this.
Yeah, I'm calling D&K Hunt Electric.
When you need electrical work done, leave it to the professionals and call D&K Hunt Electric, 806-866-9911.
Childress Brothers Roofing, we nail it every time. We do one thing and we do it well. Since 1981, yes, time does tell. It's not just a house, it's your home. For quality work, we stand alone. Childress Brothers Roofing, we nail it every time. Quality guarantee, Childress Brothers Roofing, every time.
If you're thinking of getting a new car, stop in and see us about an auto loan. Line up your money first, then go out and bargain like a cash buyer. Our rates are competitive and we make our decisions right here, so we give you quick service on auto loans. Auto loans, we do them well. We're First State Bank of Shallowater, member FDIC.
Our financial world seems to be forever changing, and that's why you need quality, personalized financial advice. Bennett & Trice, PLLC, provides individual and business clients with expertise that range from taxes, management, and accounting services to more in-depth services such as compiled and reviewed financial statements and litigation support. Bennett & Trice, 6807 Indiana Avenue, Suite 200. Call them today at 806-589-5111.
Life has been anything but normal. The future is unknown and the uncertainties are plenty. But a farmer deals with this every year, and they keep working hard. At People's Bank, we strive to live out those same values. It's easy for a banker to be there in the good times.
But at People's Bank, we're there when the rain isn't falling, the wind keeps blowing, and the drought continues.
People's Bank, a bank in the people business.
When you hear the hail and the thunder, you don't have to wonder who to call. Call the Paint Doctor.
Private gatherings or construction projects, big or small, call the experts at Forza Site Services. We provide sanitized portable restrooms and hand wash stations for all occasions. In need of a roll-off dumpster, Forza Site Services provides roll-off dumpsters for individual and construction sites used throughout West Texas. With locations throughout the Permian Basin, Pecos, and New Mexico, we can better serve our clients' needs. Since 2013, we've been a proud supporter of Shallowater ISD.
For more than 60 years, United has called West Texas home. It's from here that we operate 94 stores across the region. Look, and you'll see United employees all around you, supporting other local businesses, your businesses, and giving their time and energy to help our efforts to make this the best place to live and work. We are West Texas, and West Texas is United.
Honey, can we please just call D&K Hunt?
I can do this.
Yeah, I'm calling D&K Hunt Electric.
When you need electrical work done, leave it to the professionals and call D&K Hunt Electric, 806-866-9911.
Childress Brothers Roofing, we nail it every time, every time. We do one thing and we do it well. Since 1981, yes, time does tell. It's not just a house, it's your home. For quality work, we stand alone. Childress Brothers Roofing, we nail it every time. Quality guarantee, Childress Brothers Roofing, every time.
If you're thinking of getting a new car, stop in and see us about an auto loan. Line up your money first, then go out and bargain like a cash buyer. Our rates are competitive and we make our decisions right here, so we give you quick service on auto loans. Auto loans, we do them well. We're First State Bank of Shallowater, member FDIC.
Our financial world seems to be forever changing, and that's why you need quality, personalized financial advice. Bennett & Trice, PLLC, provides individual and business clients with expertise that range from taxes, management, and accounting services to more in-depth services such as compiled and reviewed financial statements and litigation support. Bennett & Trice, 6807 Indiana Avenue, Suite 200. Call them today at 806-589-5111. Private gatherings or construction projects, big or small, call the experts at Forza Site Services. We provide sanitized portable restrooms and hand wash stations for all occasions. In need of a roll-off dumpster, Forza Site Services provides roll-off dumpsters for individual and construction sites used throughout West Texas. With locations throughout the Permian Basin, Pecos, and New Mexico, we can better serve our clients' needs. Since 2013, we've been a proud supporter of Shallowater ISD.
Welcome back to Todd Field, Donnie Hart, and Sean Cody on the Shallowater Sports Network. We are at the half here for the Forza Site Services halftime show, and the Shallowater Mustangs and Childress Bobcats, two good football teams doing battle here tonight in Todd Field, and Childress with an 18-14 lead. As we get to the locker room, you take a look at the stats here for this one, and Shallowater total yards kind of got away from the Mustangs there towards the end of the half. In the rush department, Shallowater with a 79-27 lead over Childress. The passing yards, Shallowater with 84, but Colin Bishop with 227 yards passing for Childress has by far been the biggest stats monster here tonight. 254 yards of total offense for Childress, 163 for Shallowater. Neither team has turned it over. Mustangs with 4 penalties for 30 yards, Childress with 1 for 10, and they have a 4-point lead. The Mustangs got the opening touchdown from Trevor Wynn on the reverse, took the lead. The defense gave up a big 4th down conversion. Childress scores and answered. They went for 2, didn't get it, and, kind of chased points there for a while. Shallowater pushed the lead up to 14-6. Childress continues to answer, and then right before the half, Sean, Childress able to get in there and get the points they need to take the lead to the locker room. And this Shallowater football team, though, is in this football game against the toughest opponent we've played all season long in Childress so far. And, well, I don't know, Abernathy was pretty dang good themselves, but it was early in the season, so the Bobcats a little bit more prepared and well-oiled than maybe Abernathy was at the beginning of the year. But nonetheless, Shallowater has represented themselves well here tonight.
Absolutely. Nothing to be ashamed with this performance right now. It's 2 plays.
Yeah.
Their touchdown that they made here in the corner where we thought that he got it or he didn't get in, that really got them down there.
Yep.
And then the Randy Moss-like catch back here in the corner of the end zone, those plays, good teams are going to make those plays. And we're not backing down. That's the thing I'm impressed with this performance right now is we are going toe-to-toe with a top 10 team in the state of Texas.
Yeah, and, man, we were in great position on really both of those. The first one down here was just a great throw. He just dropped it right in the bucket. And then, like you said, the Randy Moss catch, I mean, it looked like you and I both thought Brett Hall might have intercepted that thing, and it just kind of slipped through his fingers there. And so the Mustangs have done a great job here in this opening half as Shallowater continues to play well, Sean, on really all 3 phases of the game since that season opener. The offense has had good moments here tonight. The defense is playing well. Special teams has done its part, and nothing major has happened. They have been unnoticed, which is what you want to be in special teams, right?
That's exactly right.
And the Mustangs, it looks like in the yards department they may be getting whipped a little bit, but remember, it doesn't count as a turnover, but that bad snap that set them up 1st and goal from the 7 was just as good.
Absolutely. And then the other thing you got to keep in mind, they ran a couple of 3 plays here toward the end of the half that really got some passing yards to pad some of those stats. So it's really not as bad as what it looks. It comes down to a couple plays here. And if Shallowater will come out here in the second half and the defense get a 3-and-out just like they started the game with and get our offense, we are back in this thing where we're in the lead and we're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, and it's why you defer in these football games if you're coaches. You love to have the opportunity to get that ball coming out of the locker room, and so a lot of guys prefer to play defense and they defer. And then, man, if you can get the lead going to the locker room, gives you a great chance coming back out in the second half. But Mustang defense needs to get off the field, no doubt about it. Shallowater playing tough here tonight because they came in super excited. They were super pumped up and motivated, really led by a bunch of Spirit Squad girls that do a great job in getting all the preparation done, all the pep rallies, everything like that going for everybody. The cheerleaders and the Scarlet Steppers have been great for this Mustang team, and we took a chance this week on the Forza Site Services halftime show to sit down with some of those girls and see what their thoughts are about being a part of this Shallowater Friday nights.
Hi, I'm Haley, and I'm a freshman. Go Mustangs! Hi, I'm Kenneth Strickland, and I'm a freshman. Let's go Mustangs!
I'm Paisley Brown, I'm a freshman, and let's go Mustangs!
Hi, I'm Presley St. Clair, and I'm a freshman. Let's go Mustangs! Hi, I'm Ashton Sumter. I'm a senior. Let's go Mustangs!
I'm Marlon McDonald, I'm a junior. Let's go Mustangs!
Hi, we're the 2021-2022 Scarlet Steppers.
Let's go Shallowater Mustangs!
Now introducing your 2021-2022 Shallowater High School Cheer Squad.
Now we're going to tell y'all what our favorite thing about cheering on game day is.
My name's Piper Keeney. I'm a junior, and my favorite thing about cheering is being with all my favorite people.
Hi, I'm McKinley Lamberson, and I'm a senior, and my favorite thing about cheering is all the little girls that look up to us.
Hi, my name is Sydney Hart. I'm a senior, and my favorite thing about Friday nights is cheering on my dad and the Mustangs.
Hi, my name is Dylan Gossett. I'm a junior, and my favorite thing about cheering on the Mustangs is yelling loud and proud.
Hi, my name's Alexis Von Reich, and I'm a sophomore, and my favorite part about cheering is cheering on our community and being leaders.
Hi, my name is Kinley Carr. I'm a freshman, and my favorite part about cheering is getting the crowd pumped up.
My name is Anna B. Fleming. I'm a sophomore, and my favorite thing about cheerleading is getting the Mustangs pumped up for the pep rallies.
Hi, my name's Emma Scott. I'm a junior, and my favorite thing about cheering is being a role model to all of our future little cheerleaders.
Hi, my name is Kylie Williamson, and I'm a freshman, and my favorite part about being an SHS cheerleader is hyping up the fans. Hi, I'm Mackenzie Rodriguez, and I'm a sophomore. My favorite part about being an SHS cheerleader is putting on pep rallies for our community.
Hi, my name's Hannah McCravey. I'm a senior, and my favorite part about Friday night is getting the student section fired up for the game.
Hi, my name's Maggie Grimes. I'm a freshman, and my favorite part about being an SHS cheerleader is being able to cheer on my big brother. Let's go, Big Red.
Hi, my name is Kim Rotherall. I'm a freshman, and my favorite part of being an SHS cheerleader is being a role model for my school and community. Let's go, Mustangs.
Hi, my name is Kaya Outland. I'm a freshman, and my favorite part about being an SHS cheerleader is being able to show kindness and leadership to my peers and the fans. Let's go, SHS!
Hi, my name is Logan Carrion. I'm a freshman, and my favorite part about being an SHS cheerleader is bringing spirit to my school and community. Let's go, Big Red.
Hi, my name is Zoe Robertson, and I'm a junior. My favorite thing about cheerleading is getting to stand on the sidelines to watch the game.
Hi, my name's Aubrey Redekop. I'm a junior, and my favorite thing about cheering at Friday nights is cheering on my brother.
Hi, my name is Lyndon Johnston. I'm a junior, and my favorite thing about being a Shallowater cheerleader is being a part of the Friday night experiences and making memories with the team and my squad.
Hi, I'm Caroline Munson, and I'm a junior, and my favorite thing about cheer is traveling with my friends.
We're your 2021-2022 SHS cheerleaders.
Fire up, Big Red!
What an impressive group of young ladies to represent the high school. They do so many great things within the community for this school and with the future Mustangs and Phillies that make you really proud, and I certainly am a proud dad there. Brings a big smile to my heart to have the senior daughter cheering me and the Mustangs on Friday night. It's going to be sad for Dad the next couple of months as this thing goes, but they usually get it right. They usually do all the right things, say all the right things, but every now and then those cheerleaders can kind of stump their toe, and it makes for some pretty funny outtakes, and we got a couple of those to share with you as well.
And my favorite part of being an SHS cheerleader is being a role model for my family and friends.
My name is Zoe Robertson. I'm a junior, and my favorite... Hi, my name is Zoe Robertson. I'm a My name's Zoe Robertson, and I'm in kindergarten. My favorite... My name's Zoe Robertson, and I'm in kindergarten.
My name is Lyndon Johnston. I'm a junior, and my favorite thing about being a cheerleader is making tackles for my team.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Redekop. I'm a junior, and my favorite thing about being a football player is cheering on my team.
Hi, my name's Caroline Munson, and I'm a junior, and my favorite thing about cheer... Wait, I already forgot what I was going to say.
Now introducing our
2021-2022 Shallowater High School Cheer Squad.
Now let's hear what our favorite thing... Oh, shoot.
Now let's hear what our...
It's hard to say. Now introducing our 2021-2022
Shallowater High School Cheer Squad.
Let's hear what our favorite...
Welcome back, everyone. I'm here broadcasting for FNL Shallowater. We have Zoe Robertson over here. She is our QB1. Give it up for Zoe. Now we have Aubrey Redekop. She is our bench warmer, but she's really good. She's really good.
Need some water.
And that's it, folks, on our MVP shout out.
Honey, can we please just call D&K Hunt?
I can do this.
Yeah, I'm calling D&K Hunt Electric.
When you need electrical work done, leave it to the professionals and call D&K Hunt Electric, 806-866-9911.
For more than 60 years, United has called West Texas home. It's from here that we operate 94 stores across the region. Look, and you'll see United employees all around you, supporting other local businesses, your businesses, and giving their time and energy to help our efforts to make this the best place to live and work. We are West Texas, and West Texas is united.
Private gatherings or construction projects, big or small, call the experts at Forza Site Services. We provide sanitized portable restrooms and hand wash stations for all occasions. In need of a roll-off dumpster, Forza Site Services provides roll-off dumpsters for individual and construction sites used throughout West Texas. With locations throughout the Permian Basin, Pecos, and New Mexico, we can better serve our clients' needs. Since 2013, we've been a proud supporter of Shallowater ISD.
Welcome back. The Forza Site Services halftime show. I'm Donnie Hart on the Shallowater Sports Network along with Sean Cody here tonight. Childress and Shallowater, we're at the half. Bobcats with an 18-14 lead over Shallowater, but let's take a look at the other Week 4 district matchups, the Applied Payroll Services scoreboard, as Shallowater with a 4-point deficit here in Todd Field against this top 10 ranked Bobcats football team, 18-14 as we had all those scores ready to set and go. And again, like I told you, modern technology, sometimes, man, it is just your best friend, and sometimes it has a mind of its own. Jake is pushing all the buttons to get those numbers up for you folks, and here we go. We got these. Childress and Shallowater here. It's 18-14. Childress, you know that. Slayton with a 27-0 lead over Compass Academy out in Slayton River Road, 21-6 over Lamesa. Big Spring and Brownfield and a slobber knocker, 7-6. The Steers with the lead, and Crane leads Kermit 27-6. And we got to looking at our scores and all that stuff through Dave Campbell. We did find out Denver City is playing tonight. They're playing Lovington, New Mexico, so really I'm not even mad we didn't put it on the graphic. Does it count if you play a New Mexico team? Nonetheless, there are plenty of Texas opponents, and we go to New Mexico to play. Oh, well. Anyways, the district not faring great here tonight. Everybody battling tough opponents, except maybe Slayton. It's going okay for them, but Shallowater has had by far the toughest opponent of everybody in Childress. And so these Mustangs, Sean, after a great first half in this football game, they're right where they want to be. They're 4 points down. Maybe they would want to be ahead, but they kept themselves in the football game is my point. And so they've got a chance here in the second half. And you mentioned getting a stop. If we could get that early, kind of set the tone for this second half, what do you think Shallowater can do to pull this thing off?
It all comes down to the mentality. You've been in those halftime meetings where you go in there and you're thinking to yourself, hey, we can do this. Yeah. We can do this. There was a lot of talk at the pep rally today that, hey, we're going to show them. And you can say that, but then when you start to actually believe it and get the momentum going, all bets are off on this. And I think from Childress's perspective, they've got to be feeling a little bit of pressure of, hey, they're not supposed to be this good. What are we doing here?
Yeah, and, they had a bye week, and so, those things can sometimes go for you. They work in your favor, but when you have them early in the season like that, you play 2 games and you get a bye week, sometimes they come and they don't really help you in terms of giving you rest and that sort of thing. They kind of knock you off rhythm, and that might have happened a little bit in this, especially early in this first half for Childress, because it looked like they were just a little bit out sync. And that allowed the Mustangs, as you said, to stick around, and they're starting to believe that they can win this football game. And so I know you and I certainly think they can.
Absolutely. And in these, these fans here at Todd Field, they believe it. And, that's one of those funny things. They start to feed off of that. The band's really going. The parents are screaming. Everybody's getting into it. I've seen a lot of games here that next thing you know, we look up and, hey, we're rolling on this thing.
Speaking of all those games you've seen, have you ever been to a game where the Shallowater fans didn't think they could win it?
That's one thing about Shallowater. We're always in it, baby.
Thanks for joining us on the Forza Site Services halftime show. When we come back, we'll have the second half between Shallowater and Childress on the Shallowater Sports Network.
When you hear the hail and the thunder, you don't have to wonder who to call. Call the Paint Doctor.
Life has been anything but normal. The future is unknown and the uncertainties are plenty. But a farmer deals with this every year, and they keep working hard. At People's Bank, we strive to live out those same values. It's easy for a banker to be there in the good times.
But at People's Bank, we're there when the rain isn't falling, the wind keeps blowing, and the drought continues.
People's Bank, a bank in the people business.
Our financial world seems to be forever changing, and that's why you need quality, personalized financial advice. Bennett & Trice, PLLC, provides individual and business clients with expertise that range from taxes, management, and accounting services to more in-depth services such as compiled and reviewed financial statements and litigation support. Bennett & Trice, 6807 Indiana Avenue, Suite 200. Call them today at 806-589-5111.
If you're thinking of getting a new car, stop in and see us about an auto loan. Line up your money first, then go out and bargain like a cash buyer. Our rates are competitive and we make our decisions right here, so we give you quick service on auto loans. Auto loans, we do them well. We're First State Bank of Shallowater, member FDIC.
Touchdown, Shallowater Mustang! Jakari Davis, and he threw it out of the gym. We'll shoot the three. Nobody came to stop her, and Jenna will. Welcome back to Todd Field. Donnie Hart and Sean Cody. The Childress Bobcats with a 4-point lead, 18-14, and my partner was looking back off to the east. Saw a couple of flashes of bright lights. I don't think it was a bat signal. Let's hope that that weather stays off over there. Stay out towards Idalou. Let's try to keep it clear over here in Chowtown, but it looks like most of the activity off to our right, and thank goodness we're up here in this booth in beautiful West Texas, and you get a pretty good clear sight line of vision, so we can't really tell how close it is, folks, but hopefully we can get this thing all the way in.
As long as we don't have Ron Roberts breaking into our game, we'll be fine.
Yep, Ron doesn't have the password. Jake's on the call. We're in good shape. Clayton Vincent with it on a tee. The Bobcats will receive the second half thanks to deferring. The Mustangs have elected to defend the north, and Vincent and the Mustangs set to go here in the second half as Shallowater needing a quick stop. Try to get that offense back out on the field. Vincent's kick, a squib kick over towards the 30-yard line. Ball's on the deck, and Childress able to fall on it at the 35-yard line. And that squib kick was picked up very quickly over on that far side by Willis. He lost the handle, but it happened so fast, there wasn't enough time for the Mustangs to be there.
There's been opportunities to be able to get down there. It's one of those things. On those type of kicks, it's just a lot of it's luck, and you just have to be ready to pounce. We were a half second away from being able to pick that up.
Half a second away. I've been a half a second away a lot of times in my life, I think. Might be retired, living on a beach somewhere. I digress. I'm lucky to be here with you folks and with everybody else. Glad to be here on the Shallowater Sports Network. High snap, give to Mathis, has a crease right up the middle of the field. Brett Hall will try to get him down and does, but a nice gash play for Childress as they run it into Mustang territory all the way down to the Mustang 39-yard line, so a 26-yard gain on 1st and 10.
Really, the first time tonight we've been gashed like that on a run. Really the first time, and we just didn't make the tackle right there.
Well, it can happen. Let's just hope it doesn't become a habit as now the run play going towards the far side, and that looks a little bit more like it. Daniel Rinker able to put a stop to that run. Second down.
You know, Shallowater has really showed a propensity as Childress has drove into their territory to get to the 35, the 30, the 25. This defense starts to get real tight, and we got to do the same thing on this drive.
McMillan and Mathis to either side of Bishop. This time he'll give to Mathis, bouncing outside. Caleb Cox there, no gain. And I'll tell you, it looks like these Bobcats have come out here trying to establish something in the run game.
And we are bowing up, and that's exactly what you have to do in this type of a game. 3rd and 9 right here, big third down here. If we can get off the field and get our offense back, just like we talked about at halftime, that's how we can swing this momentum back in our favor.
3rd down and 9, Bobcats with the opening drive here of this second half. Colin Bishop from the shotgun, going to throw it under pressure. He'll pull it down, try to run with it, hit, and the ball is in the air. McCulley dives. Did he get it? Let's see. The referee says it trapped. He trapped it. He said it bounced. Incomplete. Major McCulley and Brett Hall both contending he caught that football, and now a flag is thrown, and the Mustangs are going to get a 15-yard penalty here as somebody had a complaint about the call, and they threw it way up in the air, and now this, okay.
Yep.
So, okay, you gotta keep your composure. It's unsportsmanlike on Shallowater, a 15-yard penalty. So it will give a fresh set of downs. And Coach Vincent will want the explanation as the ball will come inside the 25-yard line to the 23. So this is just a devastating penalty for the Mustangs. Got to keep your mouth closed. Can't say anything. I got a microphone. I can say a lot. I don't know what was said over there, but it's been tough all night, and so you can understand why that frustration is brewing if you're one of the guys wearing red and black.
Hey, we got the stop we needed. And it's one of those coaching moments that Coach Vincent's going to have to be able to pull him aside and say, hey, we can't have that on this team.
Yep, got the penalty, and so here we go. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. Aaron Martinez checks in there at cornerback. Bishop from the pocket, under pressure. Now they'll go right at Martinez on the post route and caught for a touchdown. And so there you go. Childress goes right to work. They go right to the substitution, and it is a touchdown, but there is a flag for holding on the play, and the Mustangs will dodge a 6-point bullet right there as it is a hold, and we will wipe the touchdown off and back it up to the 33-yard line where it'll be 1st down and 20. And, man, well, how about some fireworks right out of the locker room?
Hey, second chances normally don't happen sometimes in football games. We've had 4 or 5 here. We've got to take advantage of this.
Yeah, we're not even a cat mascot. They're usually the ones with 9 lives. Here's Mathis, gang tackled in the backfield. First man through, Daniel Rinker, and he'll make the stop. A loss of 4, 2nd down and 24, and now you're talking about way behind the chains.
That's exactly right. Maybe we can get one of those phantom down losses where we 3rd and 24 where we bleed.
McMillan was the man who was wrestled down. 2nd down, and they'll say it was a 6-yard loss, so 2nd and 26. Ball was spotted at the 39-yard line. 4 wide receivers.
Screen. Watch the screen here.
Bishop under pressure, steps up in the pocket. He'll go deep down the middle of the field again at Martinez, and that one overthrown and incomplete. They went right back to Willis, who had beat him on the touchdown that was wiped away with penalty, and that time that pass overthrown, incomplete, 3rd down.
A big 3rd down here. I know 3rd and 26 seems like, hey, we got them. We got to keep everything in front of us here and get them off the field.
Aaron Martinez, a 5'9", 135-pound senior, in good shape there as he had the coverage against Willis. 3rd down and 26. Here's the snap. Bishop from the pocket. On the out route, Jalamo with Chase Blackburn on his back, escorted out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Nice throw and catch. Gain of 14. Sets up 4th down and 12, and the Bobcats going to go.
Contain, contain, contain.
Two wide receivers to either side. Bishop from the pocket as the Mustangs try to get off the field. He goes to the flats again to Jalamo, makes the catch at the sticks, first down. Needed 12, got 13 to the 12-yard line. First down and 10, Childress.
He's been a thorn in our flesh all night tonight, and we've got to do a better job of containing him. Hey, they're still not in the end zone here. Let's bow up.
Avery Jalamo, the big senior, 5'11", 210 pounds. Tight end, H-back, making plays in the pass game. Here's the snap. Mathis up the middle. Braxton Barrett makes the hit at the 10-yard line. Not much there, but he got 2. Maybe got just inside the 10, so second down and 7.
Good push by the defensive line there, really anchoring in the middle there where they're not getting – Childress is not getting the push that they can get with this size of offensive line.
Second down and 7. Bishop from the gun has backs to either side. He's going to throw it. Looking for Nickelberry on this near side. Trevor Wynn tipped it. Ball was juggled, caught by Nickelberry, but he was out of bounds, so incomplete. Great coverage by Trevor Wynn. That's our best on best. And, Sean, you talk about how big this offensive line is. The left tackle, 200, left guard, 215, 235 in the middle, 230 at right guard, and 200. So not even anybody sub 200 on that offensive line.
That offensive line can get a push, but our defensive line has really been anchoring themselves and putting up a fight to where they're not getting bullied here. Another big third down play here.
A lot of credit to Crabtree, Reyes, Rinker, and Reed up front for holding up against this big offensive line of Childress. Third down and 7. Mustangs trying to get the stop. Bishop under pressure, pulls it down. He's hitting the backfield. Flag flies and sacked. Daniel Rinker gets the sack back at the 19-yard line, but let's check on the penalty. Should be a hold. It was thrown in that direction. It will be a hold, and this one will be declined. We will take the result of the sack, I'm sure, so it will back them up and say fourth down, and I can see Coach Vincent already walking out there with the fist up saying, we want the sack, so back it up to the 19-yard line. And it'll be fourth down from there. Down the line to gain is the 2, so it would be 4th and 17 if the Mustangs can get this stop.
Jalamo, that's who we got to watch here.
You saying 40?
Number 40.
40 or 14. That'll be the two guys. Here's the snap. Bishop from the pocket, under pressure, looking towards that left side. Pump fakes. Now we'll fire it into the end zone. And he was going for Nickelberry, number 14, but the Mustangs in good coverage. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. The defense holds and gets themselves off the field.
Outstanding job there. Never gave up on that. And that's, again, we did exactly what we said. Even though it took a little longer than what we anticipated, we're able to get the ball back to our offense. Now let's go score.
Yeah, caught a break there with that holding penalty, but Mustangs will take it as Garrett Forrester will lead the boys back out for their first drive, and Shallowater trying to drive down the field to take the lead here in Todd Field. 3 wide receivers and 2 backs in the football game as Forrester from the pistol. I believe that's Cannon Reed in there to start the second half. Cannon up to the 20-yard line and a flag flying from that backside, as that one also thrown in the direction of holding, and that was a backside block going to be called for a hold as the umpire threw it again. And let's see what the penalty is. He's already got it under his arm, starting to march backwards. White Hat hadn't even called it. Personal foul, chop block.
Yeah,
big one.
Left tackle was engaged, or left guard was engaged. Left tackle came in and tried to hit him high.
Now, hold on. The ball is at the 20-yard line. Half the distance would be 10 from the 20. The ball should be on the 10-yard line. It is setting on the 8-yard line. So 12 is not half of 20, I'm quite certain. It is a half the distance to the goal penalty, but they're going to say, nope, we're going to give them back to the 9-yard line. So maybe it's an optical illusion here. Maybe I'm sitting at an angle, and so it's like half the yard line. But the scoreboard says 1st and 21, which makes no sense. But Forster under pressure, eludes the rush. Now another flag flying from the backfield. We're getting a little flag happy here as Jalamo makes the tackle up at the 8-yard line, and let's sort out the penalty, and that looks like a hold. And you can call those on every play, and it sounds kind of feeling like we're kind of getting to that point again.
I don't know that was a hold. I think he had him on the side, and he pushed. The kid fell down. Again, you can call it on every play at any level.
Yep.
You can be able to call that.
Yep, and Childress going to decline the penalty since the Mustangs were unable to gain anything on that one. So it'll be 2nd down and 21 at the 9-yard line as the Bobcats elect to burn the down. Probably smart. It's only, I don't know what they think half of it is. Would have been a 4.5-yard penalty from the 9-yard line, but we've seen some struggling here tonight.
But, we've been in this situation before in the first half. We came away with a 1st down. We can still do this.
Absolutely. And Forster with receivers to all over the place will give it to Cannon Reed up inside, and Reed gets it to the 14-yard line. So he got 5, and that will be 3rd down now and 16 for the Mustangs. And, you're kind of backed up, partner. 3rd and long. This is a dangerous position to be in.
Garrett's got to be really smart here. If we call a pass, he's got to be clear and decisive with his throws. And if it's not there, tuck it and let's go and let's punt.
You would expect Childress to play coverage on 3rd and long. And as I say that backer's walking up there like he's going to come. They do kind of quasi-blitz. It's Wynn over the middle, caught it at the 25, headed towards the far sideline, cuts his way up to the 30, 1st down and 10. How about that? Needed 16, got 17, moved the chains. First 8 Bank, Shallowater 1st and 10.
You see Garrett make another critical throw across the middle and an outstanding run there to be able to stretch that ball across and get the chains to move. Again, we've done it all night. These are long 3rd down conversions, but we continue to do it.
Trevor Wynn showing his ability in the open field, and that's why he is such a vital weapon as a punt returner for the Mustangs. 1st and 10, fresh set of downs at the 31-yard line. Forster from the pistol, going to run it himself, puts it under his arm, bounces outside, has the edge, runs through a tackle up to midfield. Garrett Forster pushes the pile all the way to the 40-yard line, 45-yard line. First 8 Bank Shallowater, 1st and 10, and the big senior getting it rolling over here on offense.
Momentum is moving. Momentum is moving here. Garrett Forster with an outstanding run. Did not go out of bounds, lowered his shoulder, and here we go.
The big man made a big play there, moves it into territory to the 45, Childress territory to the 45-yard line, and I'll tell you, Forster has just gotten better and better and better, and he is playing outstanding here tonight at the controls of this Shallowater offense. Forster going to throw it, wide receiver screen through the hands of Hall, and that's probably just as good. That was well read. They were making a nice break on the ball over there. Nickelberry was the defender up to put the hit on Hall. It falls incomplete, 2nd and 10.
I bet you Coach Davis is going to file that one away. That old pump and go we talked about in the first half will be there. We just got to be selective on when we take it.
Yeah, they got us a couple of times on a little tick for tack coming, you think?
Yeah, it very well might.
2 receivers to the far side set into the boundary is Hall and Wynn. Josh Grimes, the receiver out here to the field, stands alone. And the snap play action. Forster out in the flats, has McCulley at the 40, is hit right away and brought down. Nice play by the free safety. Nick McMinn coming up to make the hit, and that was a nice job by him to come up and make the tackle. So 3rd down and 5 at the 40, and the Mustangs, though, with 3rd manageable.
Hey, good throw on there, a good strong throw rolling out to his right with Forster on that throw.
Yep, picked up 5, and Garrett continues to keep the ball out of harm's way, which is critical when you're trying to upset one of these top 10 teams. And you say, hey, look, they're ranked in the top 10 in Division II. We're a Division I school, but those Division II top 10 teams are good. Here's the snap through the hands of Grimes right at the sticks, and Josh knows it right now. He's mad at himself. He was running before he caught it. Just slips through his fingers, incomplete. 4th and 5, and the Mustang punt unit out on the field.
We had it hooked up right there. Hey, he just missed it. Sometimes in football that happens, and I guarantee you he ain't gonna miss it again.
Coach Vincent elects to play field position here as he'll try to punt this ball and pin Childress deep, make them go the length of the field. Or then again, it could be a fake. It is a fake. Here's the snap to Caleb Cox. He'll bounce to the outside. He's got to hurry if he's going to get there. Reaching for the 435, and I think he got it. Let's see where they spot it. The referee is spotting it just short of the 35-yard line. If that's the case, it's going to be short. Let's see. As Cox was escorted out of bounds over on that far side, looked like from here, from the view we got, he made it and made it rather easily. The spot is going to be the determining factor on this one, and they're going to say he's a half-yard short. Turnover on downs, and man, I know we bleed red and black up here. I know we tend to always lean towards the good guys in our way, but tonight it has felt incredibly one-sided by those guys in the striped shirt and the Shallowater faithful paying them off with a chorus of boos as Childress will take possession 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. Bishop pitch to Mathis, headed towards the corner, and he runs out of bounds over on that far sideline. Raston Copeland knocked him out of bounds. Short gain of 2, 2nd down and 8.
Man, just another tough call.
Yeah.
It seems like every call like this has been going against us. I mean, let the boys decide this. Don't turn this into where it's all about you guys. My goodness.
Chain crew. Jake Warren happens to know the chain crew. They said he got it. So do we think so. Here's Bishop from the pocket under pressure, throwing the go ball for Willis up that far side, just overthrown. Copeland was in good position, though. He was going to make that thing fall from the heavens to be complete. It was too far out in front of Willis, falls incomplete, 3rd down and 7.
Hey, outstanding pressure on that to force the throw on that. He didn't able to set his feet. He kind of stepped up in the pocket and let that sucker go without setting his feet.
Man, I'll tell you, Bishop has really looked good in that pocket. He has made a lot of nice plays for this Childress football team, and you can see why they're so high on their chances this year. You got a quarterback like him that has been really, really good. He'll be in the gun on 3rd down, in from the middle of the pocket, and that pass overthrown was wanting to go to Jalamo in the middle of the field. Sails over his head, incomplete, 3 and out, 4th down and 8.
Hey, again, it comes down to pressure, and he gets the pressure, and whatever happened down the outside, whether he missed the throw or the route was wrong, it doesn't matter. Incomplete, 4th down, let's get him off the field.
Yeah, and he was going back to those, we talked about 14 and 40. He was going to 40 there on that big 3rd down and 8. And so the punt team out on the field. Vitella stands at his own 28-yard line, 27-yard line. Flag flies here, and it'll be false start. And so back the Bobcats up. 4th and 8 will become 4th and 13.
Donnie, this deep snapper here is not the exhibit. He doesn't exhibit confidence when he fires that ball back there. I'd sure like another one of those miscues that we had in the first half here.
Yeah, one over the head in the first drive of the game for the Bobcats. Gave the Mustangs 1st and goal from the 7. Couldn't possibly happen twice in a night, would it? Good, perfect snap. Vitella's punt, a low line drive kick. Trevor Wynn running up, makes a dangerous catch at the 38-yard line. He is met immediately. If he could have got past that first guy, might have had something, but he was also putting himself in a position to get blown up.
Absolutely, and those are the hidden yards you don't really see on the stat sheets. He makes a good catch there. It was a dangerous catch, but he caught it. If he lets that ball bounce, that ball's going to go another 15, 20 yards to where it's inside our 20. Really a field position swing there on that. If we can take this, if we end up scoring on this drive, that's going to be a big play to remember.
Sean's finding all the hidden plays in this game, and that's true. I mean, Wynn, great job. That's why they tell you as a punt returner, don't let it bounce. I might have waved fair catch there, but he didn't look like he had much time to do it. So Trevor, and a great play for the Mustangs in 1st and 10, and they'll give it to Wynn on the reverse, and it is blocked up. Trevor Wynn to the 50. He's to the 40. Flag flies in late from the back end. Trevor Wynn's touchdown going to be wiped off on, a penalty. And let's see, that one came in there way late again and from the backside, and let's see what the call is.
Well, he's going to call block in the back here.
Is he really?
And that is not a block in the back. That is not a block in the back.
Well.
And Coach Vincent's letting him know it's not a block in the back, too.
Here comes the official to deliver the bad news to the Shallowater faithful. Holding against the Mustangs will be a spot foul. They will say the foul occurred at the 40-yard line, so they'll back it up to midfield. Will still be an 11-yard gain and a first down for Shallowater, but it wipes out a lead-changing touchdown for Trevor Wynn. And so first down and 10, ball at the 50. And another call going against the Mustangs here tonight. Seems like tough breaks, and you know, when those flags fly in from behind the ball like that, man, it just starts to make you wonder what's going on. But here's Forrester. He'll run it off the left side. Again, a nice run for Garrett. Got 5 up to the Bobcat 45-yard line. So second down and 5 coming up as we approach the 3-minute mark of the third quarter.
I'm very impressed with our team's mental fortitude. They are not backing down on this, and they've had time and time again go against them, and they're still fighting. That's the sign of a truly great team that's continuing to grow in the right direction.
Forrester will be in the pistol. He'll have Keegan Campbell behind him. Josh Miller is the fullback. 2 receivers to this near side are Grimes and Trevor Wynn, and Brett Hall, the single receiver to the top of your screen. Mustangs take their time getting the play in as the play clock down to 7. Plenty of time for Forster to get it off. He will. Play action. He's in the pocket. Has plenty of time. Lots of time. Shoots it over here to the near side. Grimes through a tackle across the 35. Holds on to the football up to the 31-yard line. Prime time with a First State Bank Shallowater 1st and 10.
Hey, great patience right there showed by Garrett, and great patience by the route right there, being able to sit down and be ready for the ball to come, make the play, and drive through the defender.
And he certainly did. Broke a tackle, got extra yards, and then did an outstanding job of putting 2 hands on that ball to make sure none of those guys were able to come in and dislodge it. Avoid that old Pac-Man punch that gets those receivers all the time. Those DBs, they don't want to tackle you. They want to knock it out of there.
A business decision.
Here's Forster. They'll go with the reverse. It's Wynn again. This time got a great block from Reyes, who said, well, hold this. I'll just pancake you. Wynn tried to bounce it outside, didn't get much. Maybe he got a yard up to the 30. That play looked like it was going to get so much more because Joseph Reyes just absolutely flattened the first guy, but they had good pursuit.
Reyes decided to go to IHOP on that one. And, boy, let me tell you, it was beautiful.
Yeah, I believe it was Willis who came flying up from the backside. Might have been Aiden Allen, the free safety who came in there and made that play. So nice job by Childress in pursuit. Second down and 9 for the Mustangs. Forster from the pistol. Pump fake. He wants Grimes on the go route. Josh past the defenders. Dives in zone. Incomplete. They say it touched the ground. Josh Grimes has it in his hands for a touchdown, and we got the replay here. I'm going to check this one. I cannot believe they're going to call this incomplete. From our viewpoint, it is a definite touchdown. And I'm looking at the replay right now up in the booth, and that's a catch all day. Twice on Friday nights, they'll wipe it off again. And this is the kind of stuff I'm telling you. You start to wonder when it's one-sided the other way all night. We've had a 15-yard penalty. We've had a down taken away. We've had a touchdown wiped off. That time we just had a touchdown catch wiped away. Man.
Good grief.
Got to beat them all. Let's go.
Beautiful throw, beautiful catch. Josh caught the ball just like Dez caught it. I mean, my goodness, and he even carried it through.
Ball's at the 40-yard line, backed up.
Everyone in Shallowater's good grief.
Here is Forster from the pistol. Play action. He's going to throw it again from the pocket. No pressure, lots of time, looking for a receiver, overshot Grimes on the scramble drill. It falls incomplete. And now 4th down again, and the down marker says 4th. The scoreboard says
should be 3rd down.
3rd down. The down box is wrong. They will check it back as that's the other thing. We got the Batson and Batson crew up here keeping stats on an iPad that does that for you. So we know what down it is. Well, everybody in Shallowater feels the same way. They're not sure.
These refs out of Amarillo.
Yeah,
they got to be out of Amarillo.
Might have got a 3A Division II crew here tonight, maybe. Timeout Mustangs, as Shallowater will take the timeout with 1:18 to go here in the third quarter. Well, you know, I tell you, partner, it's situations like this, and I've been a part of a couple of these as a player, and maybe even a couple of times when I've coached, and I'll tell you, it's awfully tough to keep your composure and keep focused on the task at hand. So no matter how mad you are, no matter how upset or unjust it feels, there's nothing you can do about it.
That's exactly right. But here's the thing. Okay, all night it's been 3rd and long, and we convert these. And that's the thing. If we continue to just try to keep fighting, it feels like we're fighting two teams here.
Yep, feels like you're fighting uphill. But, Sean, we have been incredibly good on 3rd down and long, but at some point, does that become the Achilles heel that they eventually bite you?
Well, it very well might. We don't, again, if you're Garrett, when you go out there, you don't need to be forcing a throw right now. You need to make sure if it's not there, we're running down there. Look, Garrett's got great speed. I'm just thankful he doesn't have the speed that his dad had back in the day. So let me tell you that.
Anthony, shots have been fired. Yeah, I've taken a look at Anthony a few times. Doesn't look like to me to be a burner. Grimes will go in motion towards the far side. Empty formation for the Mustangs, and Forster stands in the pocket. Lots of time. He's going for it all up the far side. Brett Hall bumping and grinding on that far side. Came down with the football, but he was squeezed out of bounds. Lamont Nickelberry in good coverage. Incomplete. 4th down for the Mustangs. A flag in the backfield. Let's see if they got him for roughing the passer.
Yep,
Personal foul, roughing the passer. And it'll be 15 and a fresh set of downs. So there's one for the good guys. And so hey, man, we appreciate it, fellas. Doing a great job.
Hey, good makeup call there. We'll take it. We've got a fresh set of downs. Let's go see what we can do here.
Yeah, we've been griping all night. We'll give you props.
And look at the Childress fans. They're still sitting down like, okay, we're just going to keep our mouth shut. We've had enough go our way tonight.
Yeah, they expect it up there in Childress. They have a good football team. Like I said, this Bobcat team feels like it is their year to get past Canadian and make their way to Jerry World. 1:08 to go here in the third quarter. 18-14, Childress lead, and Shallowater on the march. Forster from the pocket, didn't like it, pulls it down, still has it, almost fell down with it. Great job to keep his feet. Now will come towards the near side, should just throw it away, and he is tattooed at the 31-yard line by Avery Jalamo, and that is a big play. It is a loss of 6, but that is a big-time hit on the quarterback.
Garrett's got to know, and Garrett has done a great job tonight being able to know when to throw that away. But sometimes when you feel momentum moving like that, you want to make a play for your guys. You want to be that leader out there, and Garrett's got to be able to understand, let's just throw that ball away and let's go to play on 2nd down.
Well, Isaiah Spear, the D tackle, was kind of in pursuit there, and as I looked at that replay, maybe Forster felt like he was closer than he was. He was kind of breathing down his neck, and so he didn't want to take a chance at having one tipped out. They'll go wide receiver screen to Grimes. He gets to the 30, so only a yard gain. 3rd down and 15 coming.
Did we get
and let's see, was there a penalty on this near side?
Here?
There is a penalty on this near side. The White Hat's walking over here to talk to his line judge over on this near side. And let's see what happened on this near side. Did that flag? Yep, it came up late on the replay.
Could it
so
be
it should be this defensive penalty here. And it looks like another 15-yard penalty, and it should go from the 30 to the 15-yard line. Automatic 1st down for the Mustangs, who've been bailed out now by a couple of personal foul called by a crew that we were pretty critical of just about a minute ago. So, hey, maybe they heard us.
They probably did. They're trying to pay off some debts here. Fans are really on their feet here. Hey, we need to punch this one in there. Let's take this lead.
11 seconds to go in the third quarter. The clock is stopped, and it is Mustang football. 1st and 10 at the Childress 15. Shallowater trying to take the lead back from this Childress team. Pitch out to Campbell. Looking for the edge. Gets a block from McCulley. Now we'll cut it up to the 11-yard line. Keegan Campbell was strung out there. Made 4. Keeps the Mustangs in ahead of the chains. It'll be 2nd down and 6 when we come back for the 4th quarter in Todd Field, with Childress leading Shallowater 18-14 on the Shallowater Sports Network.
Honey, can we please just call D&K Hunt?
I can do this.
Yeah, I'm calling D&K Hunt Electric.
When you need electrical work done, leave it to the professionals and call D&K Hunt Electric, 806-866-9911.
Welcome back to Todd Field. Donnie Hart and Sean Cody on the Shallowater Sports Network. We head to the fourth, and we got ourselves a football game. The Childress Bobcats with an 18-14 lead on the Mustangs, but Shallowater on the march. We'll have second down and 7 at the 12-yard line. And this has been a fun one, partner. A dead heat there in that third quarter is Shallowater and Childress, neither team able to draw any more blood, but the Mustangs are on the march here trying to take the lead.
I wonder if Coach Davis has something drawn up here.
Oh, I promise you he does. It was funny. The Mustangs had a fourth down earlier in the season. Coach Vincent said, "Do you got to play?" I said, "Of course he did." Keegan Campbell bouncing outside. No gain. Shut down well. Nice job, Nick McMinn. First guy through for Childress. He shut that play down. Third down coming up, and you take a look at the Bennett and Trice in-game stats. Shallowater 236 yards total offense. Childress 324. The Mustangs 116 yards on the ground. Childress just 45. Childress 279 yards passing. Shallowater 120.
Here we go, 3rd and 7. We've got to be able to execute here.
Ty King says, watch for Major McCulley up the seam. Here's the snap. Play action. Out into the flats. He has Major McCulley. Just the wrong route. Major runs through the first tackle, and he's down to the 2-yard line. And, hey, Ty.
Keep dialing it up, buddy.
What do you got next? First and goal from the 2. McCulley with a first 8 bank. Shallowater first and goal as he catches it in the flats and just bulls his way up that far side. And you see why the senior was such a critical loss early in the season and why it's been so important to get him back in this football game, as he has made an impact offensively and defensively for Shallowater tonight.
Man, big first down here. Also, clock is running, or it should be running. It's not, but it should be running here.
First and goal from the 2. Here's the give. Caleb Cox, and he'll walk it in. Touchdown. Shallowater Mustangs. Hold on. Well, we almost made it over to the sideline to get the T before that one was called. And let's see what it is. And it looks like it is against Childress. The Mustang offense is still coming off the field fist pumping. So maybe, just maybe, there was some extracurricular activities over there on Childress. And so let's see what it is. Trying to find that white hat as he comes out of the pile. Personal foul, face mask.
All right.
15-yard penalty. Penalties decline. Touchdown is good. And the Mustangs lead. Now, can you not why can you not take the penalty on the try or on the kickoff? Is that against the rules in high school?
I guess it is, because I think in the pros you can do that, but it would sure be nice if you're going to go for 2 here to pump it up there to the 1.
I sort of feel like I'm letting the cat out of the bag in what I watch more of, professional or college and high school. Clayton Vincent's PAT, ball down, kick on its way, and that kick is good. The Mustangs have pushed this thing out to a 3-point lead. They have a 21-18 lead over Childress on the Shallowater Sports Network.
Our financial world seems to be forever changing, and that's why you need quality, personalized financial advice. Bennett & Trice, PLLC, provides individual and business clients with expertise that range from taxes, management, and accounting services to more in-depth services such as compiled and reviewed financial statements and litigation support. Bennett & Trice, 6807 Indiana Avenue, Suite 200. Call them today at 806-589-5111.
Welcome back to Todd Field. I'm Donnie Hart along with Sean Cody. that Shallowater scoring drive. 12 plays, 4 minutes, 52 seconds. Shallowater impressive, went 66 yards for the touchdown, capped off by the Caleb Cox 2-yard United Supermarkets touchdown. Clayton Vincent added the PAT. Shallowater with a 3-point lead, 21-18. 11 minutes to go here in this football game, or in regulation of this football game. It is setting on a 3-point score. So Vincent with it on a tee at the 40-yard line, and so the defense has been given the lead. Let's see if they can hold it. High end-over-end kick. Nickelberry will field it at the 25. He's up across the 35-yard line and tackled down at the 40, and a flag away from the play. And this one's going to be a double foul here.
It should be.
I think so. I think they're going to get them both. Let's see if it's going to be offsetting or just against the Mustangs. Had a couple of guys tangled up on this near side. Chris Salazar was the Shallowater player that was involved in that one. And then I believe it was Aiden Allen for Childress that kind of got tangled up, and they were slinging each other to the ground after the fact. So the ball would be spotted at the 41-yard line, but let's see if it's offsetting or did they just catch the retaliation. Sometimes they don't. They get the guy who responds.
Well, with this crew, I'd be a little worried right now.
Now, wait a minute. They saved us on that last drive a couple of times. Look at me. I'm trying to be all philosophical.
You are. Yeah, good for you. You get the gold star today.
Well, usually it's Ty up here trying to calm me down.
All
Personal
right.
foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on Childress. Personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on Shallowater. Those penalties offset. We wasted everybody's time. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Well, it does. Well, I don't know. I don't know if those penalties count as like, you know, those I know, you know, you get a personal foul for complaining. You get those, this is his first offense type of deals. I'm not sure if those like bumping and tackling and throwing penalties count as.
Well, I'll tell you one thing it's showing, though, and I'm not a proponent here of just getting personal fouls here, but we are not backing down.
No, we're here to
play.
fight. They're not intimidated. Now the referee over there talking to Childress, and I'm wondering if, and this is what kind of the reason why I brought that point up, if I'm not mistaken, that's the second time Mr. Allen has been kind of caught up in one of those things. So I'm wondering if they're telling him his night is done. And it looks like that's what they were saying over there on that far sideline, as Allen now has backed all the way off of the field, and he's kind of taking his helmet off. And so there you go. That's what the delay was. Tight formation. 1st and 10, ball at the 41-yard line. Bishop with a man in motion, Willis. Play action, standing in the pocket, under pressure, throwing it for Jalamo on this near side. Catch made. Trevor Wynn with the tackle, but he got 13 into Mustang territory at the 46-yard line, 1st and 10.
Hey, that was a great throw, great throw. We had the pressure there. We just got to be able to get him to the ground.
Under pressure, threw it a long way. That ball was in the air for a long time, but it was right on the money. 1st and 10, Childress. Mathis up the middle. Met at the 45-yard line. Gang tackled. That defensive front holding up. Sam Ogle, Luke Fisher, Brett Hall, Cason Long. Get off the bottom of the file. Xavier Contreras will check in.
We need a turnover here in the worst way. We've been close.
Tight formation for Childress on 2nd down and 8 at the Mustang 44. Nickelberry on the jet sweep, up to the 40, spins across the 40-yard line and down at the 38. Good pursuit for Shallowater. Houston Brasino makes a nice hit, and there is a Bobcat down on the field back at the 45-yard line. So 3rd down and 2 coming up, and that the big right guard, Juan Gonzalez, is the man on the deck. But see, the Mustang defense here, Sean, trying to protect this 3-point lead with 9 minutes, 47 seconds to go. This is a big drive here, because if the Mustangs were able to keep them out of the end zone or keep them from scoring points, period, they would have an opportunity to then drive down and potentially, take the lead in this football, make this lead a 2-score game.
The biggest thing on this is we continue to talk about pressure and what type of pressure is Childress feeling right now. And if we can get a stop here, the pressure gets amped up even more to where they start to press. And when people start to press from an offensive standpoint, that's usually when turnovers happen. But at the same time, it's all about containment. It's keeping everything in front of us and be able to make the plays. It's tackling. We've just got to tackle here.
Yeah, and Colin Bishop, I think for your and I's evaluation of this thing, we think he has been outstanding tonight. He's approaching 300 yards passing. So he has had a good night throwing the football. He's thrown 3 TD passes. And, man, it's a deal where the Mustangs look like they're in a situation to where if they let them hang around here, Childress has the playmakers to make you pay.
They do. And, I go back to number 40. This is right where he's got us. We've got to be able to hold that.
Avery Jalamo, the big tight end, but it's third down and short. It'll be Mathis, and he's running towards the sticks. Was met by Braxton Barrett, 18 getting up on the pile. They'll say he got enough for the first down across to the 36-yard line, 1st and 10, Childress.
That was a whole lot closer than what I thought it would be.
Yep, it was kind of right there, but those officials saw that the down marker was just short of that 36-yard line, and he had made it that far. Now the go ball up the far side. Nickelberry has a step, and Copeland right there knocked it loose. Touchdown, Lamont Nickelberry. And that looked like it looked like he got it. On that far side.
Look at all the bugs have blown in.
Nickelberry with a great play, and he has got us a couple of times here tonight. Bobcats go back up by 3, 24-21. 9:07 to go. Nickelberry had a little dance afterwards, and the Shallowater faithful wanted a personal foul on. Didn't get it as we've got an infestation here up in Shallowater.
Moses may have called down the thunder here on the Childress Bobcats.
There's some bugs everywhere. Here's the snap, ball down, kick on its way. Kick is wide left, so that keeps it a 3-point lead, 24-21 Childress with 9:07 to go on the Shallowater Sports Network.
Honey, can we please just call D&K Hunt?
I can do this.
Yeah, I'm calling D&K Hunt Electric.
When you need electrical work done, leave it to the professionals and call D&K Hunt Electric, 806-866-9911.
Welcome back to Todd Field. The Bugs have joined the party. Got a swarm of flying insects over the stadium right now. You folks at home probably can't see it, but it has certainly caught the attention of all the crowd and all of the people up here in the press box. And thank goodness we're locked away nice and safe. We're not in the elements with anybody. 9:07 to go, 24-21. Shallowater leads. Big night tonight for Colin Bishop. He has been as advertised. 15. That's Forrester, Donnie. Read it right. Bennett, and Trice, in-game stats. 18 of 29. 329 yards. 4 touchdown passes. Jalamo is over 100 with 7 catches for 124 and a TD, and Lamont Nickelberry 5 catches, 118 and 2 for Childress. But Shallowater has been good as well. Garrett Forrester back at the controls. He's 15 of 27, 130 yards. Hadn't thrown a touchdown, but also has not put the ball in harm's way. 16 carries, 70 yards, and a TD for Forster. Who is in the pistol with Caleb Cox behind him. 1st and 10, Mustangs at the 30-yard line trying to come back. Here's the hitch route. Trevor Wynn coming towards the near side across the 40 and got the 45, 47-yard line. 17-yard gain on the throw and catch. First State Bank Shallowater, 1st and 10.
Hey, outstanding catch, outstanding run across the grain on that one. Really turned the afterburners on and got more yards than what he should have gotten there.
Great open field runner. Said that a couple of times tonight as Trevor Wynn showing you why he is such a weapon for the Mustangs. And he had a long touchdown run wiped away as well, or his stats would even be more gaudy. As Forster from the pistol. Reverse, Wynn, double reverse, back to Hall. Forster lays the boom on the block on the edge, and Hall got maybe 2 or 3 over on that far side. He was tackled out of bounds on the boundary. They'll say it's a 2-yard gain to the 49-yard line. There is a couple of players, well, just one down on this near side. Couldn't tell if there were 1 or 2 guys down. I think Brett Hall's got a little bit of a limp there as he was kind of rolled up over on that far side, but looks like he'll be fine. So 2nd down and 8 roughly.
Forster with an outstanding block on that. We just couldn't get to the edge. He sealed it, but then the corner kind of came back around when we thought he was blocked on that.
Yeah, that was a deal. It's such a slow developing play, man. It looks like it's there. It looks like it's there. It looks like it's there, but the ball is just miles from the hole, and you get your eyes out in front of it as when you're up here in the booth, and it looks like it's fixing to blow up, but then the pursuit able to get over and make the
when we ran that play, I thought he was going to pick up and throw it. I thought, oh, here it comes.
A little Philly special.
There you
maybe,
go.
Like leak the quarterback out.
Yeah.
Well, somewhere around the way, you just hide and watch. I think that might be something to keep your eyes on.
Well, we got 8:45 to go. What are we, 2nd down and 10? And, there's got to be a point here where that shot comes out here where he throws it.
Well, the Mustangs have done a great job. Look at that's what we've been talking about, folks, as you look up at the lights. That's what we're dealing with here in Shallowater. Well, Sean and I aren't. We're up here nice and cozy in the booth. Jake Warren and Angel Flores working together to get you that shot so you don't think we're totally crazy out here.
It's not snow or rain.
Yep. It's not. Not sure quite what they are. They kind of have a little mothy aphid look to it. But anyway, here we go. As it'll be 2nd down and 8 after the injury timeout. The clock rolling now down to 8.5 minutes, and the Mustangs trying to take the lead from the Bobcats as Garrett Forster from the pistol. Going to throw the stop route to Grimes. Made the catch, turned immediately upfield, got decked and knocked back. His forward progress should take him all the way inside the 45 to the 44-yard line. He'll be short of the 1st down, but it will be 3rd and 1. And I'll tell you, these are the kind of downs and distances you got to love. And the other thing about that is you get a chance, if you convert this 3rd down and 1, you get a chance to, take more time off the clock. So that makes it harder for Childress to come back. You can kind of bleed some of this clock. It'll be Cox, and he dives towards that 1st down marker, and they're going to spot him short and say he got tripped up. And 4th down and 1. It looked like Caleb got well past the original line of scrimmage, but
he was one shoelace away from busting that for a wide open touchdown. And I think that's what he was jumping up and down for.
And I hate to bring this up, don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but that electrical activity appears to be
heading this way,
getting a little closer. As that, I don't know if it's anything to be too concerned about yet. Jumbo package for the Mustangs. 4th and 1. They have to go for it here, trailing. Here's the snap. Forster met at the line of scrimmage, twisted for the 1st down. I think he's short as he was hit right at the line of scrimmage, and the Bobcat defense has turned the Mustangs away, it appears, and it will be Childress football as they are celebrating already without even a ruling yet. And now the bad news delivered to the home crowd. First down, Childress after the stop on 4th down.
There's just really nothing you can say on that. I mean, we ran it, and they made a great play. They submerged our interior offensive line, and, Garrett did everything he could to stretch that ball out, and he hit first.
Yep, just didn't quite have it blocked up there. They got penetration, and on those short yardage plays, penetration.
Can the defense bow up again, Donnie?
Bad news. Well, they have all season, so let's see if they can go to the well one more time. Here's the run. McMinn back to the original line of scrimmage. He is shut down. Kaysen Long up from the bottom of the pile. The big sophomore makes the play. No gain, 2nd and 10. Clock a factor here, Sean, as we are inside 7 minutes.
Yeah, if we've got to get them off the field. We've got to get that ball back. I mean, there comes a point here where if they get a couple more first downs, that clock's going to be gone. We've got to bow up here.
From the Shallowater Sports Network Weather Center, Ty King says, hey, no weather worries, no rain worries. Don't worry about it. Call the game. Yes, sir. I'm on it. 3 receivers to this near side, 1 to the far side. Well, he is in charge of weather reports usually. Jalamo up the seam, makes the catch into Mustang territory across the 45-yard line to the 44. Fresh set of downs, 1st and 10.
Same thing, same tight end. He's there, he's hooking up, and he's just a hard guy to get down on the ground.
Man, he has made a difference tonight. That's his 8th catch, and Coach Vincent said he was a guy they were worried about. He said, 14 is the go-daddy, but 40 does all the heavy lifting, and that is true. High snap over the head of Bishop. Ball is on the deck. He will scramble back and cover it up. Mustang's unable to get there, but that's a big loss. It's an 11-yard loss back into Childress territory to the 45-yard line, and with 5:35 and ticking down, man, 2nd and long is huge for the Mustangs.
Hey, keep everything in front of you here. Continue to be aggressive, though. We don't want to just play back in some soft zone here, but let's be aggressive here and get them into that 3rd and long. That's where we can really make some hay.
2nd down and 21. Ball backed up to the Childress 45-yard line as that clock approaching 5 minutes.
Number 14 watching.
Here's the snap. Bishop on the sprint out to the far side. He's under pressure. Now he's got the block he needs. Loads up, going deep. Mustangs in good coverage, and Nickelberry springs free. Has the catch at the 5 and a touchdown for Childress. And that's going to make it awful tough now as it is 30-21. And scramble over to that left, or sprint out to that far side. Set your feet. Throw it back to the middle of the field and just let your dude go get it.
We had 2 guys there just to make a play, and Nickelberry's a great player, and he made a great play there. He really did.
3rd touchdown catch of the night for Nickelberry, who is now up to 5 in his 3 games so far this season. So 4:54 to go.
Bishop with his 5th touchdown pass of the night.
Dang, really? Yeah, I just said 4 last time, huh? 1 more would be 5. Yep, carry the 1. Yep, all there. Yep. That kick is, that looks like some of my tee shots there. Drop kicks, no good. It'll hold as a 9-point lead. The good news, the bad news is it's 2 scores in Childress with a 30-21 lead on the Shallowater Sports Network.
When you hear the hail and the thunder, you don't have to wonder who to call. Call the Paint Doctor.
Nothing you can say about it. Well,
welcome back to Todd Field. Donnie Hart and Sean Cody. Sean is none too thrilled about this. His Shallowater heart comes out harder than mine, if you can believe it, folks. As a 9-point game, man, the Mustangs have been so valiant in their effort here. And with 4:54 to go, not all hope is lost, but the climb going to be really uphill because time a factor, and now you got to do it twice.
You got to press a little bit here, and that's, it's one of those things where we've been playing a hard-fought game here, and now it's time to push.
This ball is kicked towards the near side. Turns out to be a surprise onside. Ball is on the deck. Diving in there for it is Copeland. I think he got on it as they are fighting for it on that near side. Raston did get to that football. Great play from him because he is an up back at about the 25-yard line and comes screaming all the way up to the 45 to slide in there and save possession. Great job by Raston Copeland. And I think that was a miss hit on the kickoff. They've had a miss hit on the extra point, now a miss hit on the kickoff. And this is just really a gift because you get outstanding field position down 2 scores.
We've got to go score in a hurry, and we couldn't have gotten it better. If they kicked it deep and we ran it back to the 47, I mean, we would be jumping for joy right now with field position.
Yeah,
hey, take it and let's go.
Yeah, and it only burned 2 seconds because it was such a short kick with an immediate recovery. Now here is Forster. He will kick it.
There it is, there it is, there it is, there it is.
It is Bowie going deep for Grimes, and they had checked in Eli Bowie, the backup quarterback, and Josh Grimes is dragging him inside the 15-yard line. So some razzle-dazzle. They slipped in Eli Bowie without me knowing, and the backup quarterback for the Mustang goes deep, hits Josh Grimes. It's an immediate impact play in a First State Bank Shallowater 1st and 10 to the 13, and here we go. They're still alive.
We knew he had it in the playbook.
Forster, play action, going to throw it out in the flats, has McCulley. McCulley dancing at the 5, runs through a tackle, scores! Touchdown, Shallowater Mustangs. What a play from Major McCulley to stay on his feet. 13-yard touchdown pass from Garrett Forster, just what the doctor ordered, and the Mustangs have scored quick. It is 30-27, a 3-point lead, and Clayton Vincent will try to make it 2.
This game is not over. They're fighting their tails off here.
Boy, I'll tell you, what a great job by Major McCulley to run through that tackle, but what a series. You go pitch pass with the backup quarterback. Vincent's PAT is good. It's a 2-point lead. 30-28 Childress, but the Mustangs still in it on the Shallowater Sports Network.
Our financial world seems to be forever changing, and that's why you need quality, personalized financial advice. Bennett & Trice, PLLC, provides individual and business clients with expertise that range from taxes, management, and accounting services to more in-depth services such as compiled and reviewed financial statements and litigation support. Bennett & Trice, 6807 Indiana Avenue, Suite 200. Call them today at 806-589-5111.
Welcome back to Todd Field. Donnie Hart and Sean Cody. 4:14 to go. Well, about 40 seconds ago, it looked awful bleak. Shallowater, a 2-play scoring drive. They went 44 yards, capped off by a 13-yard touchdown pass. Garrett Forster to Major McCulley for a United Supermarkets touchdown. And so you're saying there's a chance. The Hands team for Childress is on the field. The Mustangs do have 2 timeouts in their back pocket.
You know, Donnie, this is one of those where if they play this wrong and we've got our speed that gets through that line, we have the ability to get this ball.
Yeah, we do. They got 1 man back deep and
just need a little funny bounce here.
Let's see. It is a squib towards the near side, away from the return man. Mathis moves over, trying to put a fork in it, just falls on it at the 10-yard line. Thank you. We'll take that.
Absolutely.
Put it back at the 10. Ran 2 seconds off the clock. 4:12 to go. You're backed up as far as you can be. 2 timeouts for the Mustangs, a 3-and-out, and hey, baby, hey, go get it.
This is exactly what I was talking about. Childress is in a pressure situation here. Hey, Shallowater, we have nothing to lose here. We're supposed to get beat according to everybody. You know, this is exactly what they talked about in the pep rally earlier. Hey, now it's time to put up or shut up. This defense bows up one more time, gets the ball back. We have a field goal kicker. We can kick a field goal. Let's go do this.
Certainly can. The wind is in the face of the Mustangs, so that might be a factor if you did end up with a field goal opportunity, but we'll see.
Let's see if old Primetime shows up here.
Here is Bishop. He'll just pitch it ahead to Mathis, looking for the edge on the outside. Hall's in chase. Mathis around the edge, stays in bounds, and now is knocked out of bounds. Has the first down, picked up 12 up to the 22-yard line. So a good play for Childress to kind of get it off their goal line, if you will. And so 1st and 10 Bobcats, but he goes out of bounds. So really, you would like to have had a better play than that, but that didn't kill you.
No, and we didn't have to burn a timeout or anything. We're still at 4:05. We've got to be able to they're going to run the ball here. They're going to be able to try to eat clock here.
Bishop now moves up a little bit closer in that shotgun formation with Mathis alongside. High snap, gives to Mathis, running inside. Mustangs there, make the hit, 1-yard gain. Let's see if they use them yet. Nope, they're going to let the clock roll here and then use them after 2nd and 3rd downs, it appears. So have that clock stopped before the punt, which could be nice. So keep that clock from rolling, and then the snap and the ball in the air and all that stuff. All that stuff might save you a few seconds that way.
There's a part of me that thinks that Childress will take a shot here. 14 has been tough to guard all night. But we've been in position. If we can make a play here on that ball, if they decide to throw it, we've got a shot.
Under 3.5 minutes, it will be Bishop. He will throw. He goes to Jalamo. McCulley with the hit. He is right at the 34-yard line. Did he get enough for the first down? He did. Move the chains, 1st and 10. And now that clock continues to wind after they set the chains. Fresh set of downs for the Bobcats up to the 34, and the defense got to have it. That one hurts a lot, though.
that one was the one that, man. And again, it still looks like he's short of it from where he was. They have the yard marker there at the 39, or I guess the 34, and he looks like he's short of the 34.
Yeah. Well, it does kind of throw you for a loop sitting at this angle.
Yeah.
I think it's maybe just kind of our perspective. We're a little bit off-centered here. High snap. Mathis towards the near side, bouncing outside. Now running him out of bounds. Great job by Mathis. Just falls down, and we got called for a face mask. Ross Crabtree chased him down, or Caleb Cox chased him down from the backside, and they said Caleb got too high on the cage there. The white hat will turn.
Oh, holding.
Sorry about that. Apologize, Caleb. You didn't grab nothing. Made a great play. Holding penalty. 10-yard loss. Back it up. But, listen, here's the deal. The downs repeats. So it was a loss. They're going to wind the clock. He's in bounds, so this is going to cost us 40 seconds plus another 40 seconds for the down. Ends up costing you over a minute of time. I think I would have, well, yeah. Now the Mustangs will call a timeout to stop the clock.
Huh.
Well,
I think they're going over there to tell them they're declining it?
Well, I think, let's see, Coach Vincent might be saying, hey, man, I thought the clock was going to be stopped. If you're going to wind it, then I don't want the penalty.
Right.
And that's what I was kind of alluding to. And now obviously he knows that way better than me, but I don't think he got a clear explanation of what the situation was. And so let's see if they kind of right or wrong here, or if they just say, no, hey, man, you got to live with what's already been decided.
So if you're Childress here, you running the ball here, or are you going to find 14 or 40?
I think I'm going to just, at this point, I'm going to just run it. Now they're going to wind it. They're not going to allow the Mustangs anything to say about that.
So we're going to be at 2 minutes at the snap of this ball. All right, we call timeout.
And now the Mustangs will call timeout, and here we go. They're going to have some discussions. And, well, when this thing all gets done, and, the Mustangs are certainly in a pretty big hole right here with 2:20 to go. But when this thing gets done, you are going to have some people really questioning the impact that the Zebras had in this one.
Absolutely. But, the thing is, it's like what we talked about in the pregame, Donnie. We talked about what are the things that we see in Coach Vincent that we really like. And this is one of those things that when you take the Abernathy game and you take every game since Abernathy, we have improved. And we're becoming a well-oiled, well-coached team here.
Yep.
And it's something that you can build on week in and week out. again, I don't want the games in preseason that are we're going to beat teams 50, 60 to nothing.
Yep.
I want to get, when I remember, a lot of the basketball, you get into some of the discussions on that where you want to play the difficult teams to be able to challenge you, to make you better. That's what Childress has done for us tonight. They have made us better.
Yeah, no doubt. And, you certainly throw yourself in the fire, and you mentioned basketball, and it just automatically took me to the state champion Phillies that year. The schedule that they played in non-district that led up to that title run when they played the likes of Friendship and Monterey and some of those really powerhouse programs, and they sort of tested themselves, and that ultimately paid off in the playoffs. And so 30-28 with 2:47 to go, 2-point.
We got to be going in, and when they run the ball, we got to be punching the ball, trying everything we can to cause a fumble. Hopefully, maybe the voodoo's been thrown down on that ball to where the center snaps it right over his head here.
2-point Childress lead. It's happened a few times tonight. Mustangs down to one timeout on 1st down and 20. Bishop from the gun, and this, I think, will be no doubt run. He's looking at the clock to see if it's running. Hey, bud, no, they don't run it after a timeout. Now, maybe they do. Here's Mathis right up the middle. Got a yard, 25, maybe 2 to the 26-yard line. Clock still rolling. Mustangs won't stop it yet. Still with that timeout. Now they will at 2:35. So Shallowater is out of timeouts. But going back to that point, you talked about the schedule and all that stuff. This is probably as tough of non-district schedule as anybody in our district has. And the Mustangs might come out of the non-district schedule with a record that does not look like it usually does around here, or it has in recent years anyways. But this should set them up perfectly to come into a district, be well-tested, be able to cruise through a district, get themselves into that playoffs. And the thing that I've been noticing is it looks like those North schools are beating some of our opponents or some of our district people here. And so that first playoff game might be a little tougher than it's been in years past.
It very well might. And, you have to be able to, again, you get into these where it's all about the improvement, and we've got to be able to again, we're not in it for district championships. Let's start moving forward to that state championship.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And Jalamo will cross the formation, high snap, Bishop from the pocket, gonna throw it up the far side, looking for Nickelberry, diving to make the catch on a go route, and he makes the catch in shallow water territory at the 38-yard line, and that is probably gonna do it. And I will tell you, Lamont Nickelberry had a night.
Well, he had let's see, what did he have, 14 for 149 coming into the game?
Yeah. 2 touchdowns. He has 3 here tonight. So he also has scored on a punt return and a kickoff return here this season. 1st and 10. As that clock approaching 2 minutes to go. Speed up to the line of scrimmage does Childress. They will not get it off, and they will have to burn a timeout as the play clock was winding down to 0, and Childress will just take their first time out here with 1:54 to go, and that's just simply to save the yardage. But they're still going to have to run a few plays here. To totally ice it, they would need to get the first down. But Shallowater really, really might have seen their opportunity slide by. But having said that, this is a football team that on opening night, it was just so frustrating, to say the least, with all the penalties, the procedure penalties, the little things that needed to be cleaned up. They came back the next week, got into a shootout, figured out a way to win it, dominating on defense last night. But this is as good a team as we've seen to this point, and if not the rest of the way, and we're hanging right here, buddy. We showed up.
This is one of those games that, usually on a Friday night we play like this, we're going to have a lot of chances to win a lot of ball games.
Yep, and they had a chance to win this one. It just didn't quite work out the way we thought, although high snap. And so Childress has still got to get this to the house. McCulley makes heavy contact there with Mathis, and Mathis gets it to the 35-yard line. So he got 4, 3, 2nd and 7. Clock rolls. Mustangs can't stop it as we're under 1:40, and the Bobcats trying to do their math over there to figure out how many more times they got to snap it, or if they do, before they can just take a knee.
Surely they run the ball here.
Oh, yeah. No, there's no way. I mean, no way. This is 100% run. High snap. Play action. Gonna run it. See, they just deked you. They had the play called there. If he was wide open, they might have thrown it. They're crazy.
Yeah, they are.
A minute to go. And Shallowater awarded their 4th timeout tonight of the second half. And because Jake Warren's never wrong about that kind of stuff.
That's 4, isn't it? We've called 4, haven't we? Hey, you know what? I'm not – let them dictate that.
59 seconds to go. Apparently everybody was aware they had another timeout except for us, and maybe they took that timeout right before the half. And Caleb Batson over here laughing at me. I think he has the cheat software. He knew there was one more timeout. And yeah, well, thanks for being a part of the team and sharing the wealth over there, prima donna. Yeah, Lee.
Made us feel warm and fuzzy.
That's okay,
on that
but
one.
Hey, that's good news for us, huh,
yeah,
Sean?
Absolutely.
3rd down and 11, 59 seconds left. Now, it's still, would be a major mountain. And, by the way, for the folks at home who think I don't know anything about football, had I known we had a timeout, it wouldn't have been a 100% run.
Okay. All right.
But – thinking we were out of time.
Now, is it a 100% run here? The way they've thrown the ball tonight, they're probably going to throw it.
96. Here's the snap from the pocket coming towards the near side. Jalamo's open, has the catch, has the first down, and that is going to do it. McCulley will make the tackle at the 19-yard line, but it'll be 1st and 10, and the Bobcats can't snap it one more time, take a knee, and head back to Childress with a 2-point win. But they will know they were in a fight tonight. Shallowater showed up well and showed that this team is continuing to improve. And now you folks at home, don't get off the bandwagon on this team. This is a very, very good Childress Bobcat team, a top 10 team in Division 2-3A. And you don't think Division 2-3A is any good? How about Gunther tonight smacking Pilot Point? So go look at that score as Bishop will take a knee, and the final 21 seconds will run off the clock, and Childress will win tonight 30-28. The Bobcats win it again, and the Mustangs still have not beaten Childress in program history, but Shallowater with a great effort comes up just short. Childress 30, Shallowater 28. When we come back, we'll have the Pate Doctor postgame show on the Shallowater Sports Network.
When you hear the hail and the thunder, you don't have to wonder who to call. Call the Paint Doctor.
Private gatherings or construction projects, big or small, call the experts at Forza Site Services. We provide sanitized portable restrooms and hand wash stations for all occasions. In need of a roll-off dumpster, Forza Site Services provides roll-off dumpsters for individual and construction sites used throughout West Texas. With locations throughout the Permian Basin, Pecos, and New Mexico, we can better serve our clients' needs. Since 2013, we've been a proud supporter of Shallowater ISD.
For more than 60 years, United has called West Texas home. It's from here that we operate 94 stores across the region. Look, and you'll see United employees all around you, supporting other local businesses, your businesses, and giving their time and energy to help our efforts to make this the best place to live and work. We are West Texas, and West Texas is United.
Honey, can we please just call D&K Hunt?
I can do this.
Yeah, I'm calling D&K Hunt Electric.
When you need electrical work done, leave it to the professionals and call D&K Hunt Electric, 806-866-9911.
Childress Brothers Roofing, we nail it every time, every time. We do one thing and we do it well. Since 1981, yes, time does tell. It's not just a house, it's your home. For quality work, we stand alone. Childress Brothers Roofing, we nail it every time. Quality guarantee, Childress Brothers Roofing, every time.
If you're thinking of getting a new car, stop in and see us about an auto loan. Line up your money first, then go out and bargain like a cash buyer. Our rates are competitive and we make our decisions right here, so we give you quick service on auto loans. Auto loans, we do them well. We're First State Bank of Shallowater, member FDIC.
Our financial world seems to be forever changing, and that's why you need quality, personalized financial advice. Bennett & Trice, PLLC, provides individual and business clients with expertise that range from taxes, management, and accounting services to more in-depth services such as compiled and reviewed financial statements and litigation support. Bennett & Trice, 6807 Indiana Avenue, Suite 200. Call them today at 806-589-5111.
Life has been anything but normal. The future is unknown and the uncertainties are plenty. But a farmer deals with this every year, and they keep working hard. At People's Bank, we strive to live out those same values. It's easy for a banker to be there in the good times.
But at People's Bank, we're there when the rain isn't falling, the wind keeps blowing, and the drought continues.
People's Bank, a bank in the people business.
When you hear the hail and the thunder, you don't have to wonder who to call. Call the Paint Doctor.
Private gatherings or construction projects, big or small, call the experts at Forza Site Services. We provide sanitized portable restrooms and hand wash stations for all occasions. In need of a roll-off dumpster, Forza Site Services provides roll-off dumpsters for individual and construction sites used throughout West Texas. With locations throughout the Permian Basin, Pecos, and New Mexico, we can better serve our clients' needs. Since 2013, we've been a proud supporter of Shallowater ISD.
For more than 60 years, United has called West Texas home. It's from here that we operate 94 stores across the region. Look, and you'll see United employees all around you, supporting other local businesses, your businesses, and giving their time and energy to help our efforts to make this the best place to live and work. We are West Texas, and West Texas is United.
Honey, can we please just call D&K Hunt?
I can do this.
Yeah, I'm calling D&K Hunt Electric.
When you need electrical work done, leave it to the professionals and call D&K Hunt Electric, 806-866-9911.
Childress Brothers Roofing, we nail it every time, every time. We do one thing and we do it well. Since 1981, yes, time does tell. It's not just a house, it's your home. For quality work, we stand alone. Childress Brothers Roofing, we nail it every time. Quality guarantee, Childress Brothers Roofing, every time.
If you're thinking of getting a new car, stop in and see us about an auto loan. Line up your money first, then go out and bargain like a cash buyer. Our rates are competitive and we make our decisions right here, so we give you quick service on auto loans. Auto loans, we do them well. We're First State Bank of Shallowater, member FDIC.
Our financial world seems to be forever changing, and that's why you need quality, personalized financial advice. Bennett Trice, PLLC, provides individual and business clients with expertise that range from taxes, management, and accounting services to more in-depth services such as compiled and reviewed financial statements and litigation support. Bennett Trice, 6807 Indiana Avenue, Suite 200. Call them today at 806-589-5111.
Life has been anything but normal. The future is unknown and the uncertainties are plenty. But a farmer deals with this every year, and they keep working hard. At People's Bank, we strive to live out those same values. It's easy for a banker to be there in the good times.
But at People's Bank, we're there when the rain isn't falling, the wind keeps blowing, and the drought continues.
People's Bank, a bank in the people business.
When you hear the hail and the thunder, you don't have to wonder who to call. Call the Paint Doctor.
Private gatherings or construction projects, big or small, call the experts at Forza Site Services. We provide sanitized portable restrooms and hand wash stations for all occasions. In need of a roll-off dumpster, Forza Site Services provides roll-off dumpsters for individual and construction sites used throughout West Texas. With locations throughout the Permian Basin, Pecos, and New Mexico, we can better serve our clients' needs. Since 2013, we've been a proud supporter of Shallowater ISD.
Honey, can we please just call D&K Hunt?
I can do this.
Yeah, I'm calling D&K Hunt Electric.
When you need electrical work done, leave it to the professionals and call D&K Hunt Electric, 806-866-9911.
When you hear the hail and the thunder, you don't have to wonder who to call. Call the Paint Doctor.
Welcome back to Todd Field. Donnie Hart and Sean Cody on the Paint Doctor postgame show. The Shallowater Mustangs and Childress Bobcats tonight in Todd Field. We take a look at the box score. Childress gets the victory 30-28, a hard-fought football game. Childress 59 yards on the ground, held the Mustangs to 120, and that really was the critical thing when you looked at the offense. Mustangs couldn't get that ground game cranked up, and thus Childress able to roll up some yards, 462 yards passing tonight for the Bobcats. Shallowater with 201 through the air, 521 yards of total offense for Childress to 321 for the Mustangs. Neither team turned it over. It was kind of a penalty-plagued game, 7 penalties for Childress for 60 yards, 9 for Shallowater, and 80 yards for Childress. It was Colin Bishop. He was 21 of 32, 462 yards, 5 touchdowns. Lamont Nickelberry, 7 catches, 209 yards, and 3 TDs. And Avery Jalamo, 10 catches, 166 and a touchdown. They did heavy damage to this Shallowater football team tonight, obviously, but great performance by those 3 Childress Bobcats. For Shallowater, it was a great performance from their senior signal caller as well. Garrett Forster threw for 167 yards and a touchdown. Also had 70 yards rushing and a TD. Josh Grimes, 8 catches, 89 yards. Major McCulley, 12 catches with 2 tackles for loss in the defeat as Shallowater falls tonight by 2, 30-28. And we take a look at some of the other scores from around the district. The Applied Payroll Services scoreboard shows Slayton 40-0 winner over Compass Academy 40-0. River Road 41-18 beats Lamesa tonight. It was Big Spring 7, Brownfield 6 in a slobber knocker out in Brownfield. And Crane beats Kermit 33-25. And if Denver City didn't beat the New Mexico team, that means the district goes 0 for tonight, except for Slayton, who was playing a non-UIL opponent. So it was a tough night for the district. But Shallowater did a lot of good things in this game, Sean. We are a ball club and a team that is continuing to improve and improve and improve, and the best team we've played so far this season, by no doubt about it. But they're going to be disappointed they didn't win the game, but a lot of good things too.
Absolutely, and you don't ever want to come into a game and be like, well, we lost and all is lost. All is not lost on this. We put up a great effort, a great fight. We fought our tails off, and they just made some plays, and that happens in football. They're a well-coached team, just like we talked about all night. And but you know what? We're a well-coached team too, and we played really well tonight.
Yeah, really did, and gave ourselves a lot of chance. And it would just ended up being a situation where Childress had a lot of playmakers. We knew the speed factor was going to be an issue, but that's something, Sean, if you want to get to Jerry World, I mean, if you want to go hold that big trophy up, you got to figure out ways to beat those teams with speed, because the old saying, speed kills.
It did, and it killed us tonight. It really did. But the thing of it is, a lot of good things on tape. These coaches are going to, dissect this, get these kids back in the grind, be able to approach these things and improve on it, because, again, the goal is to be able to say tomorrow morning, are we a better football team this morning than we were when we woke up yesterday morning? And I would say, yes, we are.
Yeah. Man, no doubt about it. And, these things are always a lot more fun to give when we win and celebrate and everything, but you still got to take your hat off to a couple of these Mustangs tonight. The D&K Hunt Electric players of the game for Shallowater tonight in this one. Who you got?
I got Garrett Forster at quarterback. The senior signal caller threw for 167 yards and a touchdown pass, and also ran for another 70 yards and another touchdown. Really, it made some great runs to where he was delivering the blow, not accepting the blow, and also being able to make clean, crisp throws and putting his team in a position to win. That's the biggest thing when you play the quarterback position, is to put your team in a position to win, and Garrett did that tonight.
Yeah, and Sean Cody knows all too well about that, having been the signal caller for the Shallowater Mustangs at one point in his career. My player of the game goes to a guy fresh off of injury, fresh back in his first performance tonight. Major McCulley made a lot of plays in the pass game as well, scored a touchdown tonight for the Mustangs on offense, but his biggest contribution was on defense, 12 tackles to lead the Mustangs tonight, had a couple of tackles for losses, and so it's great to have Major back, and you can see the impact that he has on this football team, not only as a playmaker on offense and defense, but he's just a great leader and a guy that this team will rally around. So great job by those two guys, Major McCulley and Garrett Forster, our D&K Hunt Electric players of the game for the Mustangs. And, well, we get to take a deep breath here. Shallowater will be on bye week next week, so no game. 2 weeks from now, it'll be week 6 in the Texas high school football ranks. Shallowater will go on the road to Panhandle. It's a long trip for us, and we will load up as many people who are willing and head to Panhandle. But if you can't make it up into that Panhandle area, we'll have all the action here on Shallowater Sports Network with the Andrus Brothers Roofing pregame show set for 6:30 with a 7 o'clock kickoff in lovely Panhandle. And that's up there in the stomping grounds around where my wife's from, up in that White Deer area. And so a place I've been familiar with. This is a small classification school, Sean, Panhandle, that can really play football, so the Mustangs will have another good test because they're one of those 2A Division I powers.
And again, just another opportunity to improve and be able to be ready for that district play that's creeping up on us pretty quickly.
So, this was your first chance to get in the booth. You have a lot of fun tonight?
Had a lot of fun. Had a healthy respect for what you guys do up here. Let me tell you what, Jake Warren knows his stuff.
Yeah, he's pushing all the right buttons and doing all those things. I want to thank Jake tonight for producing this thing and bringing you all the graphics. He always does a great job, and I think Sean got firsthand experience at what all's going on up here. Jake has so many balls in the air, and he very rarely drops them, so we really appreciate him. Also want to thank Angel Flores for his camera work. He is outstanding, as always, on the camera. Thanks to Caleb and Seth Batson for keeping the stats tonight. Shauna Haney also threw in a little support, filling in for Matthew Haney, who's at a baseball thing out in Arizona, so want to wish him good luck as he is pursuing his dream of playing baseball at the next level, and a great baseball player for the Mustangs coming up in this spring. So thanks to all of our team for doing the very best we can do to bring you Texas high school football, and most importantly, the Shallowater Mustangs. Also want to give a shout-out to my partner, Ty King. Ty couldn't be with us tonight, but he was here in spirit watching along the way, had a lot of impact and information sent to me, so we'll be glad to have him back. And want to thank Sean. What a great job Sean did, not only providing insight and color commentary for you, but he gives you a perspective because he's one of these old shallow water guys that gets it, man. You've been around here seen a lot of victories here in Todd Field, and so it was great for me to have you in the booth so that I could lean on you for some of that historical knowledge.
Appreciate the opportunity, and I'll tell you what, it's a great day to be a shallow water Mustang.
Yeah, we'll have you back for sure. For Sean Cody, I'm Donnie Hart. Thanks for joining us on the Shallow Water Sports Network. We'll see you next time from Panhandle. It's been a great day to be a shallow water Mustang.